Hello everybody and welcome to another amazing Mary Marvelate stream. Thank you all for joining me on this wonderful weekend, this sensational Sunday afternoon. I hope everybody is doing well. How's it going, Zilla? Congratulations on nabbing that coveted first redeem. That's awesome. Appa, thank you for joining us as well. Jurassic Jacob, Kino. We've got some Smash Point redeems to give out. The boy is here. Hi, Zan. Hi, boy. Even yourself is heckin' clean. Hi, boy. How you doing? Mwah. That's a good boy. You want some kisses? Yeah. Mwah. That's a good boy. How's everyone doing? Let me give out some Smash points. I did change my icon. Yes, the new art is by the lovely and talented Miss Alexstria. Alexstria is awesome. You guys need to check her out. Yeah, because I wanted to have. Basically, I want to start, like, if I can, having, like, different pieces of art for different things. Because I've had, like, the one icon that I've been using, like, everywhere, which I like. You know, I like that icon, but, you know, I also want to, like, switch it up a little bit in different places, so. You've been better? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully I can help you feel better. I hope so, too. I hope that hanging out and just kind of chilling with friends, makes it a bit better. I know it always doesn't make the problems go away, but you know, it can be helpful. So I appreciate you coming to hang out regardless. Let me see here. See, this little like weak. It was a little winks there. Let me bring up this here. So Zilla got first. Kino is getting a smash point. There we go. As that Appa is getting a smash point. Appa smash. And Jurassic Jacob is getting one. There we go. Awesome. Also, Jurassic Jacob says that it is treat time. Let's see here. We're already on the screen. Need to know if I appreciate you being here? Of course. Like, I genuinely like having you around, Sammy. If that was ever in question, and I know how, like, the brain can be funny like that sometimes, where no matter, like, how much people say it, you can still, like, trust me, I know. Like, you can get into a mindset where you question if people actually want you around or if they're just tolerating you. Like, I understand that. I've been in that mindset plenty of times in my life in plenty of places. So, I'm not saying that that's what you're feeling, because I'm not going to pretend to know what's going on inside someone else's head. But if it's even remotely similar to that, I just want to say that I understand, and from someone that has been in a position like that at more than one point in my life, I do appreciate having you around, and I wouldn't say it if I thought otherwise. Like, you are genuinely welcome in this community, as is everyone else here. Am I wearing contacts? No, I don't actually wear glasses. When I do wear glasses on stream, they're usually the, like, blue light glasses. They're either just purely decorative, or they're blue light glasses, which I have a pair of, but honestly I don't wear those, like, as much anymore. Maybe I should, although, you know, because blue light glasses, for those who don't know, kind of filter out some, like, light from screens that can give you, like, headaches and stuff like that. But my computer monitor that I work on most of the time during the week has, like, a reader setting that cuts that out anyway, so I don't really need the glasses. And, yeah, I don't wear them a lot when I'm, like, I guess I had been for a while there, but yeah. Honestly, like, I had been wearing glasses mostly decorative on for a while, because I don't like how, and it's not as bad on this camera here, it looks like. Maybe it's just with the hat, but I don't like how invisible my eyebrows look most of the time. Oh, Appa, you're so sweet. And I'm glad, Sammy, I'm glad that coming here can help you feel better in any way. Did I get all of the... I didn't do the treat time yet. Also, I need to give Sammy a smash point. The Gooding Woman. Let's get another smash point, so that's done. That's good. I can bring this up here. And Zilla. Oh my god. Let's see. No, we'd have to go to a different website for that. That's for the OnlyFans when we finally get that going. There we go. Go, buddy. Good boy. Oh, you dropped it. Razzle, you want one? There you go. Good girl. I'm kidding. I've also said, I don't know if this is ever going to happen. I'm not going to promise anything, but I have said before on stream that if, for whatever reason, I do start an adult-themed OnlyFans, it's not going to be pictures of me. It's going to be dramatic readings of erotic fanfiction. If there is ever an adult-themed OnlyFans with my branding, that is what it's going to be. I'm not saying I'm ever going to do it. I'm just saying that if I wanted to make an OnlyFans, that's like my one idea that I would be comfortable with. And I'm honestly not even comfortable with that. It would be the most awkward, uncomfortable, horrible thing. Why not both? Oh yeah, sure, we'll just do both. I'll read erotic fanfiction and also here's my schlong. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Somebody probably wants that. But I don't understand why. Alright, Zant left us. Razzle is being chill. She's being a good girl. She's loafing. She's got the invisible hands, so she just looks like... Oh, good. I'm glad this user is back, because I enjoy saying this, this name. Come Cannon! How's it going? Thank you for joining us. I'm glad you came back. Ugh! Here we go. Let me go over here. My god, look at this title screen. Look at how glorious this is. Look at these character models. Look at Chris Evans on the right. Remember when Chris Evans was the Human Torch in these movies? Oh my god, look at him. Look at his face. Oh my god. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. We got the Fantastic Car. I like how the Fantastic Car is like dead center with nobody in it. Hitting buttons. Everything's still working? I don't think I actually hit any buttons. I think we're good. Also, actually, no, I'm not gonna... Yeah, we'll just go in. I saw, like, the attract mode playing in this, and I saw what I'm pretty sure was the Super Skrull. I'm pretty sure I saw Terrax in there, and I also saw, the Red Ghost. I think the Red Ghost is in this game. I'm kind of excited about this. What's my view on the Tim Story Fantastic Four duology? They're fine. Especially for the time. The second one, Rise of the Silver Surfer, the movie that this game is based off, is certainly the best live-action Fantastic Four movie so far. Which is not saying a lot, but it's what we got. But I'm also well on record as to saying, I love the Fantastic Four comic books. The Fantastic Four is probably my favorite superhero team, but I don't believe that any adaptation has truly done them justice. Whether it's live action, whether it's the animated cartoons, whether it's other comic books, like even stuff like the Ultimate Fantastic Four, nothing quite captures the same magic as the main 616 Fantastic Four title. Which is weird because it's not even like that. It's not even like that I'm talking about just like one person on that book. Like it's beyond the... Like, there are good runs on Fantastic Four beyond the Stan Lee, Jack Kirby original run. I mean, you've got good stuff by, like, Jonathan Hickman did some interesting stuff. Wasn't my favorite, but it did some interesting stuff with it. Like, you know, obviously John Byrne's got some classic stuff in Fantastic Four. Walt Simonson and Walter Stern, and, I think Roger Stern did some work on it at one point. Gil Kane was an artist in Fantastic Four. Like, lots of people have worked on the Fantastic Four comic book. But But for some reason, whenever they try to like reboot or remake it in any way, it doesn't quite capture the same magic. And I think the reason is clear as to why, is that they always try to like pull back from the ridiculousness. They try to like pull back from the inherent silliness of the Fantastic Four, because there is some silliness of the Fantastic Four. Like, there is like a thin line to walk between like adapting that material earnestly and doing it like tongue in cheek. Like, you don't want to go too far in one direction or the other. But most of the adaptations, especially the live action adaptations, kind of pull back too much, and they're afraid to commit. Yeah, the main villain is called Doctor Doom. And I mean, that Doctor Doom is a perfect example. Like, if you look at the live action portrayals of Doctor Doom, specifically in like the previous movie to this one, and the subsequent reboot, which I haven't seen because I don't want to, but I know things about it. So I'm not going to judge it too harshly, but nothing I know about it makes me actually want to sit down and watch that movie. But Doctor Doom himself is like the perfect microcosm of what's wrong with Fantastic Four adaptations, in that if you look at Doctor Doom in the comic books, he is a comic book villain. Capital C, capital B, comic book villain. He is a sorcerer in an Iron Man suit of armor with a highfalutin manner of speaking. He rules his own country. He's the most dangerous man on Earth. He's got the biggest ego in the world, and he literally calls himself Doctor Doom. Like, it's funny, because you can... just in what they call themselves, you can see the difference between Mr. Fantastic and Doctor Doom, Reed Richards and Victor Von Doom. Reed Richards is a super genius with many doctorates, but he calls his superhero name is Mr. Fantastic. He doesn't have doctor in his superhero name. He tries to be, and he doesn't always fail, because Mr. Fantastic can have a bit of an ego sometimes. He's not the perfect man, but for his superhero name, he intentionally tried to bring it a little more down to earth and called himself Mr. Fantastic. Versus Doctor Doom, who technically, he says he has doctorates, but we know from his backstory that he was expelled from college before he completed it, at least in the United States. And he specifically made sure to name himself Doctor Doom. So that's a good way to look at the difference between them. Yeah, and according to Wakanda, he's actually pure-hearted. Yeah, technically he passed the Panther God's test to see if he was pure-hearted or not, solely based on the fact that Doom, deep down inside, truly believes that what he is doing is the right thing, because he wants to take over the world because he believes that it is the right thing to do, because it is in the world's best interest for him to rule it. All right, let's get into this. Let's see what we got here. Game automatically saves. Yep, it's this kind of thing. All right, we're gonna do new game. Normal, fantastic. I imagine we're just gonna do normal. Choose a device to save. Yes, please. Onto the hard drive. Character select. Huh. I mean, I guess. Oh, I need to choose a character to play at. Okay. Oh, this is like a... Okay, so you can play this multiplayer. Who do I want to play as, then? Maybe I'll be Sue. Maybe we'll start off like that. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's try it. Let's see what Sue has for Mr. Fantastics. I don't think you can have the same one. Because look, if I pick the thing, then yeah, the other one changes. Alright, I'm going to start with Sue, because Sue has a really cool power set. Skrull Lair. The Fantastic Four head to a remote island in the Pacific to... Okay.
Okay, walk me through this again, Reed. How does what's going on underground have anything to do with all that craziness up there?
Yeah, I got the same question as Hothead here.
All of my readings correlate exactly to this location. I've tracked a large cosmic energy spike to these coordinates. Find the source and maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to figure out why Earth is experiencing such strange weather anomalies.
This would so have to happen when I'm still trying to find a caterer.
Oi, the wedding!
Don't push it.
Look out!
Johnny, we could use some light.
Got it, sis. Flame on! What do you think?
Ben, we're gonna need an assist here.
Yeah, and Big Rock, make Little Rocks.
No problem. Step aside, Sparky.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I don't think they got Chris Evans for this. Let me see here. Options. Can I get some subtitles and stuff on? Let's turn the sound effects down a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. That should be good. We'll see how that goes. Speech is up all the way. Turn the subtitles on. Yeah, I was gonna say that that didn't sound like Chris Evans. Who was it? In this, I actually remember these. In these movies, it was, oh god, I would recognize his name if I saw it, but I do not remember the name of the actor for Mr. Fantastic. But they also had, it was Jessica Alba as Invisible Woman, and Michael Chiklis was Ben Grimm. Save options to your gamer profile. Yes, save them to my gamer profile, because I'm such a hardcore gamer. Alright. I also need to adjust my camera. Yes. There we go. That feels good. Alright. Can I...
Let's go.
I'm ready.
Okay, I can switch on the fly anyway. Okay. We're good. Weak attack, strong attack. Yeah, it's kind of... It's,
Let's get him.
I'm ready.
It's ultimate... Yeah, Ewan Grifford. There we go. He was good as, you know, say what you will about these movies, the cast was okay. Like, he was definitely a good choice for Mr. Fantastic.
The passage ahead is blocked.
I wonder if there's going to be, like, a level-up mechanic in this. Okay, jump is Y. That's always weird, but I think that's pretty standard for some of these, Marvel games. Hang on, what was it? Strong and weak? Which was which? Display hint. A is weak attack, X is strong attack, so it's going to be like my quick. Alright, so I've got 2 attack buttons, so I'm going to be able to, like, spin combos together and stuff. I wonder if they said we came to an island in the Pacific. I wonder... I think this is going to be a Skrulls thing. But I wonder if this island is going to end up being Monster Island. Alba was miscast? Yeah, I mean... I feel like she, as an actress, probably could have done it, but I feel like that was more of a direction thing. I don't know if there's any, like, secrets or stuff to find in this. Oh, there's coins. Huh. Ben can, like, pick up shit. That's good. Was there anything else back here? This is, like, the way we came in, I guess. No, okay. Yeah, I wonder if there's going to be, like, a level-up mechanic. There wasn't the last game. Jumping Y is going to take some getting used to, for sure. I always remember there was a, computer.
Okay, everyone, we're good to go.
There was an internet cartoon back in the day by, it was something called Floating Hands Productions, I think, because that's how they animated it. Was everyone just had, like, the floating hands, like Rayman style. And they made one called Doomsday, where, like, the main 616 Dr. Doom summoned, like, versions of himself from different universes. So he called forth as, like, I bring forth the Silver Age Doom, Doom 2099, Movie Doom, Ultimate Doom, and he brought forth, like, all the different versions of Doom. And they're like, all right, we'll just do what we always do. We'll kidnap the Invisible Woman to lure out Mr. Fantastic. But which Sue should we take? And Silver Age Silver Age Doom was like, well, my Sue is the same as your Sue. Doom 2099. I have no Sue. Ultimate Doom was like, well, my Sue is underaged, so I don't think we want to try to get into legal trouble like that. And then the Doom from the movie was like, well, my Sue is Jessica Alba. All the other ones were like, oh, sweet, get her. And then, so the transmission comes up on the screen of them, like, of the Dooms showing that they've got the Invisible Woman captured. And of course, it's like Jessica Alba, like, wrapped up, like, roped up with her arms behind her back, and, like, her cleavage out. And it's like, Reed, you've got to save me! Like, Reed, like, of course, you know, comic book Reed looks up at the screen and is like, what do you mean, Sue's right? Oh, hello. And then, like, his Sue slaps him. It's like, what? It's you! Funny cartoon. I like that one. That one still sticks out in my mind. Can I? Yeah, okay, we can go down. I also remember he did another one where, like, all the villains got together and had a meeting about how people think they look silly and they should get new costumes. They bring in Sebastian Shaw to give them new suits or whatever. And I think Carnage is there, and Carnage is like, what's wrong with the way I look? I'm from the 90s! My whole thing is about looking scary! And Shaw looks him up and down and is like, oh please, you look like a hemophiliac's attempt at forming a scab. Those cartoons... Those old internet cartoons had a couple of good jokes in them. You just looked like Daleks or something. For a second I thought we were, like, surrounded by either Daleks or astromech droids. There, I made a joke that should satisfy two different nerd groups. Where are we going? What are we doing? I got distracted by my jokes. There's a door. Open? Aha. Alright, let's go punch some scrolls. I'm sure this place is going to be crawling with them. There they are.
Heads up, team.
We can take them.
Alright, hold area attack. So, hold beat. Hang on. Ah. Okay, so I can... Oh my god. I guess we're going over there.
What do you need?
Very well.
Oh! Oh, Sue's... Wow, Sue's got some moves. Alright, alright, alright. Open door.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go, team. Yeah. Okay. God, I really hope the MCU Fantastic Four is good. I have a feeling it will be because the MCU is pretty good at translating things overall. Cosmic Power Mode. Oh, that lets me use, like, that's the special abilities. Got it. Okay. Yeah, so this is kind of,
Don't worry.
Why to create a
My
force?
shield can handle this.
Okay. Okay, so it's only while I'm holding it. I assume I have a meter for it somewhere. Yeah, okay, I've got like a blue meter there. Let's see what else I got. Okay, so... Oh, I can... Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, she's got a grabby move. Okay. I guess we're just gonna keep on going. So this is gonna be like more just kind of mostly like beat 'em up style, it looks like. Fear my hamster ball of death. Yes, exactly. And it looks like the scrolls are. Oh yeah, we're gonna have Super Skrull early on. Super Skrull is gonna be like the first boss.
It's clobbering time.
Hell yeah, it is. I just hope they say his name out loud, so I'll have like, you know, some reference point for how to pronounce it. Because Super Skrull's real name is like KL''RT. And I can't decide if I want to say that like Kl'rt or like Kelret or something like that. It's one of those things, it's like Mixospitalik, where, from Superman, where, you know, because it's a weird made-up word, there's not exactly a right answer. Let's see. Hang on. B, shockwave, destroy obstacles. Huh. What's this? Nothing? Okay. Can we go through here, or maybe I need to do it as the thing, or... There we go. That did it.
Will do.
Cool. I don't know what the point of collecting stuff is, but yeah, we can like break open boxes and get coins, it looks like. There's got to be some kind of level up mechanic in this, I imagine. So yeah, so far it looks like this is going to be pretty standard, like kind of beat 'em up style. You beat the enemies and then you move on to the next area. But with like controls that are kind of, they look like the controls are somewhat inspired by the like Ultimate Alliance and X-Men Legends games.
Finesse to get through.
Defense.
And I can slip by.
Okay, well that crap. Okay, so Sue can turn invisible. I can like sneak past here.
I'm losing heat.
There we go. I like how are you guys okay?
Let's put an end to
I like how I was reading the I was reading the tip, and the tip, or actually it came up like before then. The tip said something like press RB to like tell your teammates to stand still, and then you can like turn invisible and like sneak ahead. But while I was reading the tip, everybody ran ahead because I didn't press the button yet. So it was while I was reading the tip telling me how to stop them from running ahead into the lasers, everybody ran ahead into the lasers. Fantastic. This is a good video game. I mean, so far this ain't bad. So far this kind of is what it is. It's simple, but I'm not disliking it. Oh god, hang on. Hang on, how do I... There we go. There we go, okay. And I can hit it again to, like, throw them. There we go. Okay. Everyone else is dead. Oh god.
Let's go.
Oh no, they're getting back up. Okay, we're good. There we go. Oh god. Okay. What other, like, what can Mr. Fantastic do? I'm gonna have to like try out some of the different abilities and stuff.
As usual.
Surely this will just be meh rather than god-awful. I just hope it's more... Oh, Johnny can fly. I just hope it's, like, more interesting than, you know, something like Ghost Rider. Like, Ghost Rider for PlayStation 2 is kind of my, Oh, God. Okay, how do I control this? Or do I just need to, like, go ahead, I guess? Ghost Rider for PS2 is kind of like my benchmark for these licensed games as one that's like not particularly egregious, kind of frustrating, but ultimately not very interesting. It's like, it was the one where playing it on easy mode, which is what we ultimately did, was just kind of dull and boring, but the controls and camera and stuff were so frustrating that if I tried to play it on, like, normal or higher, then it just wouldn't have been a good time. Yeah, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man 3, this 2007 was not a banner year for superhero movies or their tie-in games. No, I suppose it was not. I will say, like, solely because I was streaming it and playing it with you guys, I did prefer Spider-Man 3 to Ghost Rider, and I said this while I was playing it, simply because that one was at least interesting in how bad it constantly was. Like, it's a worse game by any reasonable measure, but it was at least more interesting, where Ghost Rider was just kind of boring. And I think that's the worst thing, not just a game, but like a piece of art in general. Whether it's a book, a movie, whatever. The worst thing it can be is boring and uninteresting. And that's kind of where I landed on Ghost Rider. I think we only spent like 2 streams on that. I think we beat it in like 2 streams. Because I wanted to just like get it done with and over with. How do I ascend? Yeah, okay, flying doesn't do me much good if, oh, it's probably Y, actually, because Y is jump. No. No, how silly of me. Do I need to, like, jump and then fly? No, that doesn't work. What? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's kind of neat. If you... Johnny flames on if I hold down the special attack button. So you hold down RT to like bring up your abilities. As long as I'm holding that down, Johnny flames on. That's kind of cool. Yeah, Spider-Man 3 did have the fetish outfit, girls. It did have that. That's one thing in its favor, I guess. How do I ascend? This is how I fly. Okay, hang on. Let me wait for my meter to recharge here. This just says RT plus A to fly. Okay. Holding RT, pressing A, double tap A to fly higher, use L to... Okay. Uh-huh. That's a weird way for that to work, but okay. So I guess he just has 2 heights that he can fly at. I can either be at ground flight, or if I double tap it, he goes up to like the next level. So you can't fly freely. You just... I can like scoot around like that. Okay, I'm gonna make a lot of comparisons to like X-Men Legends and Ultimate Alliance because the controls definitely feel like they're kind of trying to ape those a little bit, but... Compare that to those games where, in one of those, for example, if I was playing as a character that had the flying ability, it's not like a specific special ability on their attack wheel. I would just double tap fly, like double tap jump to start flying. And once they're in the air, then I can press the buttons to either ascend or descend, and I can just kind of move around freely. Behold, I can hover and reach heights of 8 feet. Yes, incredible. Truly fantastic. Alright, well, now that that's done, where else are we going? Oh, this door? Is that a door? I got you guys on the other side of this. Oh, is this... Okay. I guess I need it to get to that computer to activate this elevator. Sure, why not? Okay, I think the coins are just health. I think that's all those are. So I'm picking up coins and it's restoring my health. So I don't think there's even like a level up mechanic in this game. A, grab fast enemies with a reverse grapple. Okay. Oh, I see. The hints are... specific to characters. So the blue hints are for Reed. Okay. I wonder if Piebok is going to be in this. He was another, like, super Skrull. He was the power Skrull.
Reach that upper switch. Let me try something.
Okay. Oh. Well, that worked. That's the periscope punch. Fair enough. Yeah, I think the coin things are just like health regen, kind of. Alright, Reed's got the stretchy punches. Beautiful. Can we go this way? Alright, cool. I feel like there's... I don't think this game is even going to have any, like... This is going to be like a really basic beat-em-up, I think.
A blue laser. Interesting.
Think I could pass through it while invisible?
Yes. Yes, I think so.
Okay. Hint. See if we can pass through certain types of laser gate. Okay, so everyone stay here. I'm going to go through. Disable.
Let's show them what we can do.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like this game is going to be pretty basic overall. Just standard beat 'em up, going through the levels. I'm imagining, oh god. There's probably not really going to be a level up mechanic or anything. There's probably not going to be any collectibles or anything like that. There you go. Oh, oh god. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Oh, she's down.
Ready when you are.
I think once one of them goes down, they revive after a certain amount of time. Sue just fainted. Okay, she's up. She's up. Okay, so a lot of this is going to be just getting the hang of, like, the different abilities and what everyone can do and when to do what. Enjoy your lurk, Jacob. I appreciate you. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, that's no good. Okay, gosh. Hang on, scrolls. Look, at this point, all I hope is that the level design is at least somewhat interesting, and that the, we've got some cool bosses and stuff from the comics. So we've seen a couple that we're gonna get. Oh, hang on. This guy's doing the shooting. Nope, that's not... there we go. And try to avoid the bang bang. There we go. Got him. Alright, cool. Pressure plate system activated. Check nearby consoles for solutions to room puzzles. Okay. Room puzzles, huh? What do we got here? Weight required 4 only. Does that mean that everyone needs to get on? Weight requirement met. Okay. I like how the weight requirement is 4 people, exactly. Even though the thing weighs probably twice as much as a regular person? Hang on, how much does the thing weigh? I gotta find this out real quick. I do know he's not as tall as you might think. Like, the thing is not short, but, like, a lot of the time he's drawn as this, like, massive monster of a man. I think he's 6 foot even. Yeah, the Thing is 6 foot. Technically, Captain America is taller than the Thing. And, 500 pounds, according to this book, the Thing weighs, so... Put that back in there. Yeah, oh good, we don't have to rebrand as the Terrific 3. Yeah, I think that's probably going to help make this doable, is the fact that the, the characters, if they go down, then it's not like a permanent thing, like they will revive after a minute. I just picked something up and then it saved, so maybe there are collectibles of some kind in this game. Also, can I just say that Sue's got the booty in this one? She's looking pretty good in this outfit, I gotta say. Sue's killing it. Alright. Where are we going? Oh, I opened this up over here, didn't I? I keep getting distracted. This way? Yeah, there's more scrolls. Standard beat-em-up logic, if you see more enemies, you're probably going the right way. There we go. Prefer this to what X-Men Legends did, where you had to go back to your base, use a save point to revive. Oh yeah, a downed team member. Yeah. Yeah, it costs like money or something like that. Sue's got her very visible booty. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, like just having to like wait a bit, because I mean it makes sense, because if everyone goes down, then you lose. But you know, let's say for the sake of argument, I go into a room that's filled with enemies, and it's a tough fight. If everybody goes down, if everyone dies, then game over. Sure, okay, try the level again. But if I like just barely make it through that fight, and I've got like 1 or 2 characters left with half health, then all I kind of need to do is wait a minute, and then the other 2 characters will get up again. Like, and then I can proceed onward. That kind of thing. Let's see, where are we going? Oh, this way? There was a... I'm starting to feel... Oh, this way was locked off with a laser gate. Okay, I turned that off, and now we can keep going. Got it. Okay, so there is like a little bit of level design here. Way less frustrating. Yeah, it lets you go forward instead of, like, needing to go back to, like, revive people or whatever. So this is a Johnny one. Oh, no, this is a Ben hint. Attack, okay.
I'm ready.
Okay, oh yeah, okay, so Ben's got some good abilities. Hold L, execute fusion attack with a member who's in range. Ooh, hey, I got a trophy, or a achievement, rather. We're on Xbox with this one. Nice. Okay, Ben's got this frickin' charge attack that's pretty good. Oh, he's going down. Alright.
What do you need?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're in rough shape. Okay, really, it doesn't take that long for them to get back up, too, so that's good.
Time to finish this.
Okay, cool. You don't have to wait, like, an extra long time. Who do we gotta kill for a minimap? I know, right? This is starting to feel like the kind of game that could use one. That's a not half bad flowing water effect, like lava or whatever, but that's not half bad. It is kind of funny how it doesn't have regenerating health, but if you die, you will, like, come back.
And I thought I was tough.
Ooh.
This guy looks like he means business. Watch it, everybody.
Okay, so fireballs from a distance with Johnny. That's the hint we got going on here. Is that Bybok? That's probably just like a big scroll. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, so Johnny's got the ranged attacks. That's good. That kind of figures. Dang. Ooh, I need to get used to the fact that jump is on Y. Dang. Yeah, so I can definitely see that I'm going to be making use of the different characters, because different powers are going to be useful in different scenarios. I keep pressing, wanting to press A for the, Actually, I wonder if I can remap the controls at all. I wonder if I can do that. Probably not. No. I don't think there's any control remapping in this. Because I would switch A and Y if that was possible.
I'm ready.
Oh gosh. Okay, good. He's down. That was a big boy right there. That was a biggin. Open the door. Let's break some stuff open. Very good. Hate the news. Oh man, like I can't even look at like Twitter and stuff right now. It is rough. And don't get me wrong, there's some important stuff going down, but my God, it's rough out there. Just remember that there's no shame in looking away for the sake of your own mental health. Like, I understand it can be important to be plugged in and informed about what's going on, but always be cognizant of how much of that you can take. Deleted Twitter and put YouTube very far away. Yeah, Twitter is, Twitter can be rough. I check it every so often, but I'm also trying to be cognizant of when I need to be like, okay, that's enough of that.
Look around. We need to find some way to cross over this.
I know my limits, and I try to tap out well before I reach them. Thought that looked like a smashable rock, but I guess not. Let's see. Do we keep going this way, maybe? What do we got going on here? Is this where we... Uh-huh. We can keep going this way. Am I unintentionally backtracking, I wonder? Well, this stuff is still in one piece. Oh no, there's enemies here. Okay. In we go. Uh-huh. Strong attacks. Okay. There we go. That got it. That did what we needed. And then we go back around. Can I jump down from here, I wonder? No? I guess that would be too super heroic to do that. Who's shooting at me?
Time to finish this.
Why am I... You know, we don't need to bother with you. We're fine. Let's just go. There doesn't seem to be any incentive or anything to clear out rooms or whatever. Oh, back. My poor old back. I woke up and it was rough this morning. I'm doing a bit better now. Hopefully I'm okay tomorrow to go to the grocery store and pick up some stuff. We'll see if I'm back to a hundo or not. I'll be fine if I can't, but I would prefer not to be, like, slowed down for another day. I want to get ahead on stuff as well. Get, like, the next video going. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, so I think we're about ready to, like, come up against whatever boss is gonna be next. Let's find the Super Scroll and finish off this level, I think. Go. There we go. Controls are not super great either. Like, it doesn't feel... It's weird for this kind of game to have this kind of problem, but, like, using the powers and stuff, it doesn't feel as good or as responsive as, like, X-Men Legends 2. The combat is definitely, like, a lesser version of, like, that game. That game definitely did, like, the power system way better. Even though this is very similar.
For a landing.
You gotta be a rocket scientist to figure that one out, huh, Reed?
It helps.
Wonder what's in those containers.
Why wonder?
Whoa! Hold up, hotshot.
Hey! Okay, not good.
You gotta be a rocket scientist to figure that out, huh?
Alright, we got more scrolls. Alright, let's do it. Also, I wish I had a dodge roll of some kind. Oh, there's another big boy, okay. That's another big boss boy. Let's see. See if I can target him with old Johnny here. Apparently not. It's hard to, like, focus on the big guy when he's surrounded by smaller ones that are kind of drawing my fire. Can I not smash these? Come on. Come on, man. Okay, okay, okay. Let's get a good angle here. I'm gonna try and concentrate fire on the big boy, literally, because Human Torch. Okay. Good. Oh god. Whew. Okay. You know, technically the Human Torch is one of the first Marvel heroes. Not the Fantastic Four version, but the original Golden Age Human Torch, Jim Hammond. He actually appeared, he was on the cover of the first book they ever put out, which was actually called Marvel Comics #1, all the way back in 1939. Also, fun fact, the original Human Torch's body was technically rebuilt into the Vision. Because in the comics, when Ultron made Vision, he used a previously existing synthezoid body as a basis, and that belonged to the original android Human Torch. So the Vision was made from the original Torch's body, but with the recorded brain engrams of Wonder Man. And he basically built him, like, built the Torch into the Vision, with help from the Torch's original creator, Professor Phineas Horton. Alright, we got it. We got the big boys down. Okay. Are we almost done here? Because we still got, like, little ones coming in. Let me bend it up a little bit here. There we go. There we go.
Fantastic. Okay, everyone, we're good to go. Let's go.
Which way was it? Over here, I guess? Sure. I like how it, the camera, like, swings over to the door and then shows it opening. Oh, I can upgrade abilities. Yes. Let's see what we got. Ugh. Oh, and there are secrets. Well, I guess I'm a big fat liar then, aren't I? Number of secrets found in the game. Oh. Okay, so I found, like, one. Yeah, that was the coin that, that it saved after I got it. So there was one collectible coin. Doom spy bots. Interesting. Messages that have been displayed in the game. Alright, let's do some leveling up. Let's see what we got. Let's see. So a team member. I feel like it's going to be important to have the fireball leveled up. More damage when used. How much does that cost? 100? Yes. That's as high as that goes, I guess. I don't know if that's going to unlock more later. Cosmic cost. Yeah, sure. That only costs 100. Range. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. What else do we have? I can upgrade stuff on the thing. Attack damage, defense. I mean, that's just good in general. Cosmic regen. Not going to worry about that. Recovery time after a character is knocked out. I mean, that's good. Can I upgrade that on everyone? Upgrade... Yeah, alright. I'm going to upgrade everyone's defense and recovery time. For sure. Defense. Recovery time. Powers. Defense. Recovery time. Let's see. The torch I'm going to give more regen because I feel like I'm going to need to use his fireballs from time to time. I've got more attack damage on the thing, so that's good. Do the same on Reed. Yeah, attack damage, yep. And Invisible Woman. Let's do more cosmic regen on her as well. And that'll be good for now. That's all the points I got right now. Cool. Okay, so there is a level up mechanic. Oh, okay. Oh, I got fireballs. We're just doing a straight up Star Fox level right now. A for speed boost, okay. Oh, but it uses up my my cosmic power to fire fireballs. Okay. So, let's just try and survive this, I guess. Uh-huh. Use the boost to get through. Dual barrel roll. Yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good. I think we're good. Oh, jeez. Oh, that thing, like, zapped away my cosmic power, it looked like. Yeah, it's fine. So this game can go up to 4 players. Is this the part where, like, just whoever is playing as the Human Torch gets to play? Like, for a 4-player game, this looks like it's the part where 3 people get to just, like, sit down and hang out. Flamo, hot man. Anyone else in the mood for flaming hot Cheetos? I can go for something jalapeno flavored right now. Oh gosh. Okay, we're good. Everything's fine. Oh boy. The fantastic torch and the rest. Yes. Oh my goodness.
This is too much fun.
Okay, okay, okay. Everything's fine. I don't feel like I have an incredible amount of control over what's going on. Like, it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of point to shooting. I just kind of, like, dodge everything, and then everything ends up behind me anyway, so...
Try hitting me next time.
And I run out of power so fast. It's like Star Fox, but with extremely limited ammo, and it doesn't feel as good to play. It doesn't have, like, the targeting reticle and stuff like that. So, you know, Star Fox, but bad. And now it's over, I guess. Okay. Sure. Let's do that. That was an act. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Let's go ahead. I've got another 900 points to spend, so let's go ahead and do more attack damage. Sure. Let me see. I guess I'll give everyone else attack damage. They've already got it, though, don't they? I don't think Johnny has it. Oop. There we go. I can do range on Fireball. Sure. And let's see, what else do we got? You know what I'm gonna do? The Rush, I like that. So let me upgrade the Rush one for cost and damage. Let's see. Oh, that just lists as combos. It's not for an upgrade thing. Okay, so it's only the superpowers I can, like, regen. Or I can level up. Okay. Maybe I'll just save my points from here. Sure, let's just save the rest of my points. Okay. Very good. That was an act.
It doesn't appear to be alien in origin. It's some type of transmitter or camera.
Oh, camera? Really? Hello? Anybody there? This is Johnny Storm, better known as the Human Torch. Yeah, that's right, the one, the only. Get a good look. Oh, I am. I didn't do it.
I don't care.
Get rid of it.
Fast!
Someone's definitely watching us.
What was your first clue, Reed? Oh, dear. Alright, alright. They didn't even try to give Dr. Doom a Latvian accent in this. Alright, I like the thing's rush. I do like that as an attack. I might end up using that a lot. I think, but out of the attacks, I like the thing's rush, and I like Johnny Storm's fireball. Those actually work well. There we go, there we go. Watching Infinity War, you have Cap's theme stuck in your head. Nice. Those are some solid films. You know, hang on. Power block. If upgraded fully, he will not take damage. Interesting. So he's like a standing still, like... Oh, we can... Oh, it's not even a standing still thing. He can just... Oh, God. Yeah, he can just use it to, like, lower his damage.
I'm
Okay. we go. Seems like upgrading the cosmic regen thing made a pretty decent difference there. Oh god. Okay, so I don't need to keep it held down. I can just tap it to go into that mode, and then he stays that way until I run out of energy. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, like, a common criticism of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies in general is that, where am I going? What am I doing? One on each. Okay.
Where to?
Let's go. Stand your ground.
Okay, get everyone to stay still, and then
I'm ready.
you there,
Very well.
you there, and
Let's
then
get 'em.
Johnny over here. Is that right? How is this not right?
I'm ready.
Uh-huh.
Will do.
Is everyone not... Or are these the things? Am I in the wrong things? Okay, it must be these buttons.
I'm ready.
Time to finish this.
Hello? Is this not the...
I'm ready.
Are those not the buttons? It said wait one each. I don't... Oh, wait. Is it these over here?
What do you need?
Okay. Got it. So it's like these are the weight pad things. Oh, there's another robot thing coming in. Hang on. Ugh. There we go. Ugh. Yeah, anyway, I was saying it's a common criticism of Marvel Studios films that they're kind of samey. Like, they don't have like, the individual filmmakers don't really get to do their thing because they're just kind of following a formula and they all end up, like, mostly the same. And while I think there is, like, some validity to that criticism, like, I don't think the people who are saying that are completely out of line necessarily.
I'm ready.
I do have to say, I have noticed that out of the MCU movies, my favorite ones, the ones that I like the most, are the Guardians of the Galaxy films and all the ones done by the Russos. The, like, my favorite MCU movie, or some of my favorite MCU movies are Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. And all of those are directed by the Russo brothers. And so, just kind of the fact that the ones that I enjoy the most, that I think are some of the best ones, are done by a specific directorial team, means at the very least, like,
Where to?
creators working on this kind of thing, like, there is still some directorial vision coming through, and it's not just completely done by committee. Because if it really was as samey as some people claim, then the directors wouldn't make a difference whatsoever, and that's clearly not the case. Problem in the early days seemed to have turned it around. Yeah, that's pretty fair. Yeah, definitely more of a thing early on. But, like, you know, generally, like, the worst of the MCU, especially early on, is stuff like the most egregious movies, quote-unquote, in the MCU are stuff like Thor: The Dark World, which is not a bad film, it's just not particularly, like, it's not as engaging or interesting as some of the other ones. But it's still, like, fine. Which, if that's the worst they've done, then... Oh, hang on, I need to...
I'm ready.
Do I need to, like, activate these, or did I come around to the wrong spot? Oh, no, I got it. That activates that. Okay. Got it. Oh, geez, what's going on up here? Alright, there's another big boy. This guy's not even a boss anymore, they're just showing up.
Get your heads down. Time to go to work.
Okay, okay, okay.
Gas in the tank. Let's get him.
Oh gosh. Dang it. Be nice if there was some kind of lock-on mechanic, at least for, like, there's no targeting reticle. Oh, damn.
I'm ready.
Okay. Johnny needs to get back up. Oop, oh, thing is down. Dang it. Okay, we're fine.
Time to finish this.
Very well.
Okay, so she can't move when she's doing the shield thing.
I'm ready.
Let's get him.
But you know what? I could get to a strategy here where if everybody but Sue is down, I could, like, go into the shield and try and, like, buy time for someone to wake up. That could work. There we go. Okay. Iron Man 2 was the low point for you? Yeah, I like Iron Man 2 well enough. I like that one.
Ready when you are.
But, I mean, another criticism that is perhaps overblown but not entirely invalid is the fact that a lot of the movies are... I don't know how much of a criticism this is of the MCU, but, like, the idea that the movies are just there to set up for future movies. Which, I think the only one that's, like, more egregious for is Iron Man 2.
I'm ready.
Like, Iron Man 2 is the one that kind of feels like the middle film in a trilogy, which, I mean, it literally is, but Iron Man 2 definitely feels like the one that's most setting up for future stuff. Like, as opposed to telling its own story. Which it does have its own story, but it does kind of, like, lose focus. And most of the other films in the series, they go about it where, you know, that film's own story and own themes are first, and that's what comes front and center, and the quote-unquote setup for future movies is all in like the post-credit scene and stuff like that. Hey Silver, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. Gone back to watch Dark World. It's not terrible. A lot of the lore is wasted. There's not much going on there. None of it is relatable. Honestly, and this is probably just a me thing, but the Malekith is one of the few botched MCU designs. Malekith looks way cooler in the comics than the MCU. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Let me pause this. Malekith MCU. He doesn't have his hair. He doesn't have his glorious mane. Let me see here. Yeah, this is kind of what he looks like in... Yeah, it's one of the few examples where they, like, kind of drained the color out of it. Like, he doesn't have his comic book colors either. Yeah, this is probably... Let's see here. So, let me bring it up for the sake of comparison. I'm going to bring up image, browse, Malekith. Here we go. So this is Malekith in the MCU. I mean, he doesn't have his glorious... His whatever hair he has is covered up by a helmet here. His outfit is just kind of like black and like beige. But let me see here. I should have a good image here. Image. Let me see if I can find it. Malekith. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Search. Yeah, here we go. Here's one. There we go. Oh, that took up the entire screen. That's Malekith's comic design. So, he doesn't have his glorious hair. Like, he doesn't have any of the colors in his outfit. It's kind of what I was talking about earlier with, like, a lot of the Fantastic Four movies, where they shied away. Like, they tried to make it, like, dark and serious and take away anything that made it silly, but by doing that, it took away any of his, like, identity. Because, like, in the comics, the Dark Elves all have blue skin. Like, Malekith's skin is blue, but then half of his face is, like, turned black. And they did, like, the black scarring on his face at, like, one point in the movie, but the Dark Elves don't have blue skin in the films. They're just, like, you know, people skin. Let me see here. Let me get a different one. Properties. Browse. Official handbooks. Let me get another. Malekith. This is probably... There's another example from, like, later on. Like, that's, how dare they get rid of this glorious mane? The absolute audacity of it. Get not wanting to adapt that 100%, but they could have found a halfway point between the page and the blend. Yeah, that's the thing. Guess they were afraid people would confuse him with ice giants. Not like we see the ice giants that much, but I guess. I don't know. Alright, get rid of that. Get rid of Christopher Eccleston Malekith. Be gone with ye. But yeah, one of the very few missteps of design in the MCU. Most of the time, they typically go just far enough, but with that one, they definitely didn't go far enough. What is going on in here? Can I do something about this? Oh, guys.
Watch your backs.
My God.
Very well.
What is happening here?
I'm
What do
ready.
you need?
Alright.
Let's get him.
Alright, can I, like, destroy this or something, maybe? I can hit it looks like. There we go. I think that was just draining my superpowers anyway, but whatever. I don't know if that was actually a big deal. You love Christopher Eccleston. You love Malekith. You do not love Christopher Eccleston Malekith. Yeah, and if anybody wants to see the proper, like, comic book Malekith in action, the Jason Aaron's Thor run, he is, like, a pretty major villain in that. Which ultimately climaxes in the War of the Realms. Yeah, if you want to read some Thor, if you want to see some Malekith stuff, Jason Aaron's Thor run, just overall, is really good. But yeah, it starts with, yeah, he starts with, like, Thor, and then he, like, there's two different, Jane Foster Thor series, which are both really good and I enjoy a lot. And then as Thor comes back. And then it caps off with the War of the Realms. That's it's definitely one of my top comic runs in recent decades. I've been thinking about that lately, and some of the comic runs that I've read that I've, like, really enjoyed from recent decades. Superior Spider-Man that Dan Slott did is definitely one. Jason Aaron's Thor run, which I've almost finished. I haven't read King Thor. Like, I haven't read everything past War of the Realms yet. That's all really good. And what are we doing in here now? Where am I going? And I've almost finished it. I've got a couple of issues to go, but Al Ewing's Immortal Hulk is frickin' fantastic. That series is so good. It's pretty grotesque. It's basically a Hulk horror book, but oh, I see what to do here.
Ready when you are.
It's literally a horror book, but if the idea of Hulk as like a gruesome horror book with it's not like super duper gory, but there is some body horror and disturbing imagery stuff in it. But if that sounds interesting to you at all, then you definitely need to check out Immortal Hulk. Like I said, I've just got a few issues to finish it off. I kind of want to read Empire first, because that has some She-Hulk stuff in it, and I haven't read that yet. I'm still a few years behind in my comics. I'm slowly getting caught up. I'll get there eventually. Then I can stop complaining about being behind all the time. Okay. Hang on, can I... there we go. Let's get you. Nice. I might have to put some upgrades on that move as well. That move is pretty decent. Yeah, I like that one. Oh, got that boy. Alright.
Time to finish this.
Oh, can I... Oh, dang it. Oh my god. Alright. Go over. There we go. The Marvel guy behind on Marvel is unacceptable. I know, right? I'm ashamed. Fake nerd. I'm a fake nerd. That's all there is to it. Can I go ahead? What's going on here? How can I stop this?
What do you need?
We're over here. Oh, can I do something with this? I can hit that. Then what? Do I need to kill you? Okay, now I can... I already hit it, though. Why was that tied to that guy's life force? Now can I, like,
Let's get 'em.
do something as Johnny over here? What's the deal here? Oh, now I can hit this. Got it. I had one job. Fake nerd. I'm such a fake nerd.
Ready when you are.
There we go. Let's see here. Using the evade. Which one is that? This? No. Oh. Ow. Okay. There we go. Got it. Oh no, not the shame bell. I actually did. I don't remember what video it was. I think it must have been one of like the Scarlet Witch videos or something. But I did actually have someone say something like that about how they said something about how I don't actually read comic books because, and I swear this is true, this was their reason for saying this, was because when I described the events of M-Day following House of M, the No More Mutant spell, I said the Earth's population of mutants went down to only a few hundred. I don't remember how much they said I said it started at. I guess I'm a fake nerd because I don't remember how many mutants there were before M-Day. But I said something like, the mutant population went down to only a few hundred. And someone called me out for not saying specifically 198, which is the actual number. And I'm like, okay. Okay. That wasn't really the point of that video or even that sentence, was to, you know, establish the exact number, but alright. It's like, oh my god. It's so funny how people are like just immediately trying to like, well, to be fair, that's one of the few, I don't know if that is technically gatekeeping, but it's like one of the only times I've ever had a brush with something like that. Normally people don't try to like gatekeep me or like question my comic book knowledge because I'm, you know, a white man in my 30s, so people just accept that I know what I'm talking about with that kind of thing. Which, to be fair, I generally do, but I don't think I had a point beyond that aside from just saying that gatekeeping is bullshit in general. Is Reed down or someone down? Johnny's down? Whatever. Let's get ahead here. Ow. Get out of here. Okay. And... Okay. I keep dodging them. I can do this to get up to them. Boom. There we go. Oh, I can throw scrolls into the lava. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Can I do it? Can I murder this alien? Yes, I can. I certainly can. Does killing more people give me more points so that I can, like, level up more, I wonder? It doesn't exactly give you an idea of, it doesn't exactly give you much indication of... Oh, damn.
Where to?
Let's get him.
It doesn't exactly give you much indication of how many points you're getting. Ugh. There we go. Do I have a character that calls to me so far into this game? I feel like this is going to be the kind of thing where we just need to switch between characters depending on the situation.
Yeah, it's coming from behind us.
Okay, that was weird.
You think?
Whatever it was, it may be the source of the cosmic surge.
You saw what it did to us, how it affected us.
Yes. Now we need to know how. And why.
That was well animated. Yeah, in the wake of Captain Marvel's movie trying to throw some nuance into the scrolls, this seems really off. Yep, a little bit. These are, that zoom was very dramatic. Where are we going? What am I doing? I guess we're going that way. Looks like it's the only way to go. Like, are these coins worth points, or are they literally just to restore health and stuff? Like, is there a way to tell how many points I have? I don't think there is. Does anything affect the number of points, or do I just get a certain number of points at the end of each level? I have no idea. Oh god, Blair is driving. Tell her to be safe. Okay. Oh, hang on. James! James UK91, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. I hope you're having a good day. What brings you by? Were you just looking for someone to hang out with in the wide world of Twitch? Bendova. Ah, I see now. Bendova, how's it going? Thank you for joining us as well. If you don't know me, I'm Mary, the Mary Marvelite. I like to talk about Marvel comics and characters over on YouTube, but on the weekends, we chill out here and we play some video games. And so today, we are starting our run of Fantastic Four, Rise the Silver Surfer for the Xbox 360. So far, not half bad. Pretty basic beat 'em up fare. Nothing like hyper interesting, but still some good stuff. Oh, you're playing Dark Cloud. I've never played Dark Cloud. That game looks interesting to me, though. Oh, there's the Super Skrull. There's the boy. Oh, he's big in this one.
Whoa, somebody needs to lay off the juice.
As you can see, I've been studying you since your arrival.
He has power attributes of each one of us.
Yeah, Reed, but how?
Our silver friend, maybe. This could be connected to our encounter with it.
Look how
Wait.
effortlessly I can duplicate your power.
Hey, there's only one Johnny Storm, brother, and he doesn't like pretenders to his throne.
This scroll has heard enough. Our manning operation here is nearly complete. Just in time for your world's extinction. Our extinction. You first, pal.
Those shields, are they protecting something?
So they mentioned that we've already encountered the Silver Surfer, even though we didn't see that in this game. So they're definitely assuming that you've seen the movie if you're playing this. Alright, I guess I'll just hit him with fireballs. Oh, or I'll shoot that with fireballs? Okay, I guess we're shooting this with fireballs then. What am I shooting with fireballs? They appear to be going into that. I don't know if that's doing anything for me. It's certainly making that thing freak out. What's the play here? Oh, that seemed to do something. There we go.
Look, everyone. The strain must be too much for him. We need to attack now before he reinforces himself. Quickly.
Okay, Sue. Everyone is like dying, so I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do and just shield up until someone revives. Alright, thing is back online. We're good.
I'm ready.
Ready when you are.
Alright, where's Super Skrull? There he is. Alright. Boop. There we go.
Why can't I break this guy?
Yeah, he's got a okay, he's got a shielding back up, which means I need to hit this thing again? Oh, I can't target that anymore. Huh. So, yeah, do I just need to keep hitting him? Oh, no, we're doing damage. We're good.
I'm ready.
Oh, he can go invisible. Wait, where is he? Okay, okay, okay. Hang on, hang on. Damn.
Ready when you are.
Okay, I mean, we're surrounded by Skrulls, but where'd Kelret go?
I'm ready.
I think he got some of his health back. He's visible again. Here he is. Okay. Hang on.
I don't think we're doing anything to him.
Oh, I see. Okay, the shieldy thing is back up again. Okay. So I need to hit this again. There we go. That worked. Okay, yeah, so I hit that enough. And it undoes some of his shield, and then we can do some damage to him. There we go. Okay, I see how this fight works now. This is straightforward enough once you know what to do.
Let's go.
Okay, so he goes invisible. And I don't think we can hit him while he is.
Ready when you are.
Okay, okay, we're in rough shape here. I'm gonna wait for someone to revive. Once everyone goes down, then I just need to survive long enough for someone to revive. So I gotta play it nice and safe. Okay, Sue is back. That's good. Okay, okay, okay. And Zilla, you just watch me. Fireballs are going to be an integral part of my strategy here. Once everyone goes down, oh my god. Alright, we're good. Where's Kelret to? He's still invisible, is he? Okay, he's back. And the thing is open again. Okay, okay, okay. Or the thing is up again. A few more shots. Perfect. Okay, good.
Come on, guys.
Okay. Can I need to target. Hey, we're good. Oh, come back. Good. Okay, he's going invisible again. I don't think there's anything I can do while he's invisible. I just need to, like, beat up some scrolls and then wait for him to come back, and then I can start all over again and hit the force field thing. Okay. When his health bar pops up again, then I'll be able to target the force field thing with some more fireballs. There we go. There we go. Boom. Nice. Got it. Okay. We're just, like, plowing into these guys at this point. I do like that, that rush move. Okay. There we go. Okay, so Johnny.
Watch out.
And fireballs. Good. Oh, get back here. Get back here.
Put an end to this.
Hey, QWERTY, how's it going?
Fantastic.
Alright, we got him. We have defeated the Super Skrull.
This was gonna be a challenge.
Hope you're having a good day, QWERTY. Thank you for joining us.
Look, I know it's always just me, but it's getting a little hot in here.
Maybe the torch can survive this lava, but I'm pretty sure the rest of us can't run a 4,000-degree fever.
I've got it. I know a way out.
Where?
Not where, Ben. How? We'll escape this volcano the same way that lava does.
Of course. It just might work. I'm gonna have to agree with Johnny. Nice work, Sue.
Somebody had to get us back in time for the wedding.
I like the animation of them coming out of the volcano. I say animation very loosely. That was Fantastic Four.png. Just drag and move it across. Beautiful. Finally able to do Guild Wars 2 X-Packs. I don't know what that is. I've never played Guild Wars. I've heard the title, but I don't actually know anything about it. What is Guild Wars like? What kind of game is that like? MMO boss fight? Ah, it's all good, QWERTY. And yes, thank you again, James, for the raid. I appreciate that very muchly. Upgrade your team's abilities before continuing. Can't think of a good reason not to, so let's go ahead. Let's see what else I got here. I can upgrade the shield. Decrease cost. Yep, that's good. The shield I'm going to end up using, I think. Let's see. Superpowers. I don't know if there's anything I want to do with him. I remember he had the grenade in the last game, and I did use that a lot. I'll try that out in a bit. Is there anything else that I want to upgrade here yet, though? Flight, fire shield, that's already upgraded. Flamethrower. Yeah, that's all upgraded. The power. Okay, so let me upgrade the grenade. Because I remember in the last game, I got a lot of use out of using his grenade thingies. So let's upgrade that. MMO with more of an action-y feel. Ah, got it. So like, and it's like an MMORPG, but with like more of a, and I'm guessing here, more of an emphasis on like action, like real-time combat, as opposed to you know, something like a WoW or a RuneScape where you click on a thing and just like do its things, which is more based around like managing cooldowns and whatnot. Let's do the power block. This seems useful as well. Yeah. Fire shield. Yeah, that's fine for now. I'll save the rest of my points, I think. Visibility. And visibility might be good. We'll stick with this for now. We can upgrade more later. Achievement unlocked. Scroll Slayer.
Beyond that, sir, the aliens we encountered and our mysterious visitor remain a mystery, as it were.
You really believe this threat to be extraterrestrial in origin, Dr. Richards?
Yes, and I've built a transponder on top of the Baxter building to track it. When our friend decides to become active again, this device should give me a warning.
What about this missing Kragoff fellow?
Dr. Ivan Kragoff.
Ah, Red Ghost.
His theories helped me shortcut the process of building the transponder. He might be able to explain what we're facing and how to stop it. If we knew where he was.
Leave that to me, Richards. We'll find him.
Hey, Reed, we gotta go.
Just one more thing.
Nope. The thing says no more things. Your bride is waiting. Sorry, General.
Now, wait a minute. We're not through here.
Come on. It's marrying time. You're a lucky man, Reed. What is that, your phone?
That's our luck running out.
Looks like we got us some wedding crash.
What the hell is that?
You look so beautiful. I'm sorry about this.
Me too.
Flame on! Well, I'm ready. Hey, you guys gonna get changed or what?
What is even happening? Surprised the wedding suits aren't made out of unstable molecules. No, that's definitely not the Silver Surfer. What are these? Now, they don't look visually like them at all, but for some reason, the first thing that comes to my mind is that these are supposed to be Galactus's Punishers, which are like these robotic things that that work for Galactus. That like he basically creates. They don't show up very often in the comics because, you know, Galactus has his heralds and stuff, so he doesn't usually have a need to like pull out the Punishers. But that's kind of my guess. That these are supposed to be like some version of those. That's assuming these are like working minions of Galactus or whatever. I guess we're going over this way. But yeah, also, they mentioned Ivan Kragoff. He is, in the comics, a villain called the Red Ghost. And I mentioned earlier, I definitely saw him during the, like, attract menu. So, they better have his super apes. Because the Red Ghost, he was basically a guy that tried to duplicate the experiment, or the accident that created the Fantastic Four by going up into space. Except, he did it with 3 apes that he trained. So, instead of the Fantastic Four, it's the Red Ghost and his super apes. So, I'm super hyped that the Red Ghost is in this game. That's awesome. His power is basically intangibility. Like, he can walk through walls and stuff like that. But if they have the Red Ghost and they don't have his super apes, then the developers of this game are cowards. That is That is the end all. That is the end of that sentence. You can't have the red ghost and then not have the super apes. That is cowardice of the highest degree. Like the detail of the tux burning off when he flamed on there. Yeah, they did animate that kind of nicely. Experiment recreation worked? Yes, because it was it was early on in the Fantastic Four run, so the cosmic ray belt that was surrounding the Earth that gave the Fantastic Four their powers was still there. Super apes. So he sells NFTs. No, remember I said the apes are actually like kind of intelligent. Let's see here. Display hint. Sue's telekinesis. Oh yeah, Sue can use like telekinesis. Is it this? Yeah, Susan has like probably the most I don't know if diverse is the word I'm looking for, but like her power set has like a lot of applications. Just the fact that she can make invisible force fields around stuff, because like the game says, she basically has telekinesis because she can create an invisible force field around something and then pull the force field to herself, which like then brings the object to herself. So even though she doesn't have, you know, telekinesis technically, like moving objects with her mind is not her power. She basically has telekinesis. Like, because she has full control over her own force fields. Susan Storm is very powerful. There's the Silver Surfer. Oh god. I like how they encountered the Silver Surfer apparently sometime before the game, but we haven't seen it. Like, they didn't see it. Like, they know the Silver Surfer exists. They've apparently encountered him, but they didn't bother doing a level or even a cutscene around that. Yeah, Sue was great. Shame the movie just had her stand around a lot in between rounds. Ah, she's naked in her undies again. Isn't that funny? Hilarious. Yeah, the Invisible Girl / Invisible Woman, because originally when it started she was the Invisible Girl. But hey, look, we found another secret thing. But when she started, like, originally all she could do was turn invisible. So she was, like, at the start of it, basically considered the weakest member of the team. But, like, as time went on, and as she, like, learned to control her powers, she went from being the Invisible Girl to the Invisible Woman, and got all the force field powers, and as she learned to control them really well, she basically ended up being the most powerful member of the team. Like, Sue is incredibly powerful. Sue is the mightiest mother on Earth. Put it that way. How do we... Okay, how do I get through here? Do I need to, like, smash my way through or something? Oh, that worked. Shockwave to damage the beacon. Cool. Okay. She's the dommiest mommy? Sure. Let's go with that. Although she is a literal mother. Well, ever since Wanda had her kids retconned out of history, I mean, that's fair. Well, to be like, Tommy and Billy are still around, so yeah, there is still that. Wanda Maximoff is another, like, obscenely powerful character. Ben, you gonna get up? There we go. Can we... There we go. Yeah, Tommy and Billy got reincarnated into Wiccan and Speed, so they're still around, so that still counts. They still consider Wanda her mother. I've mentioned this before.
We must defend it.
Okay.
It's the only way we can track the
One of my favorite Invisible Woman moments was, I think it was in Hickman's FF run, where, I don't remember why exactly, but, like, Reed Richards was, like, teaming up with, like, a bunch of enemies for, to figure out something. So it was, like, Doctor Doom and Diablo and a bunch of characters like that. So while Reed is in, like, the other room with all these villains, Spider-Man is like, oh, okay. I just realized that if I'm on a level that has a ledge, Sue's telekinesis suddenly becomes pretty OP. Jakester, how's it going? Thank you for making an offering to the old ones and keeping us all safe for another day from their eldritch wrath. But Sue was, I guess, in the kitchen with Spider-Man, who I think was on the team at the time. And Spidey was like, Sue, aren't you, like, nervous with your husband in the other room with, like, all these villains who want... There he is. There's the lad. Hang on a sec.
Hurry!
How you supposed to drive this thing?
Oh, this is cool.
Upgrade abilities? Yes, please. But, yeah, Spider-Man said something along the lines of, you know, aren't you scared about having all these guys in the other room? And Sue says something along the lines of, oh, Peter, every time we've ever fought, like, we've defeated them. So, if anything, they should be afraid of me. And then she just immediately goes into something like, now, do you want me to cut the crust off your sandwich? Yes, please. Ugh, wonder how they'll approach Norrin's voice. Good question. It was, Lawrence Fishburne did the voice in the movie, which was fantastic. If I remember correctly, it was Doug Jones doing, like, the body acting and the mocap, although some of it was, like, actually practical, I think, but, you know, CG'd over it to make him shiny. But yeah, Doug Jones doing a lot of the body acting, and then Lawrence Fishburne was the voice, which was... You know, say what you will about that movie, the look and sound and vibe of the Silver Surfer was pretty darn good. Oh, there we go. Oh, snapping things back into place. The back is starting to feel better. That's good. Let's see what we got here. The telekinesis, I think, is going to be good. Oh, I'm at the point where I can start, like, upgrading stuff more. Okay, so what do I got here? Okay. I want to get Fireball up high. I want to focus on that, so... I'm going to do Fireball, and then I've got 370 more points. Let's see. What do I want to do with the remaining points? I kind of want to do the Force Shield just because that's kind of... Oh, but I do have other stuff that I need to do as well. Yeah, I kind of want to do the Force Shield just because that is going to be useful, but everyone else has, like, stats they need to upgrade as well. Alright, well, I think when I get another chance to upgrade, I'm going to start upgrading more of the basic stats, because I want to have all of those upgraded as well. I do something in my back? Nah, just yesterday. Okay, I mentioned this before, but yesterday I sneezed and threw my back out, so you know that I'm getting old, basically. And then today I woke up and it was, like, even worse. It was, like, super sore, but... you know, I basically took it easy today. I used the heating pad. I put some ice on it. I'm getting back to normal now. I actually, you know, wasn't able to go to the store today, which I normally do on on Sundays, so I'll have to go tomorrow. Hopefully it all works out. Hang on a sec. Can I? I cannot. Let's see here. Anyway, Jakester wants a random Fantastic Four page, so let me set up a little bit here quickly. I just need to move the cat cam, because I use the same camera for that. So that should be good. I'll move my controller here. We're going to hop over here. That should be fine. Let's see. I'm going to throw a filter on that so it looks good. And we're going to do a random Fantastic Four page. Let's go ahead and do volume. Actually, let's roll a dice. I've got 5 volumes there, so let's see which one I pull from. I rolled number 6. Let's roll again. Number 1. 1 it is. We'll read from the first volume. We'll go random page. Okay. Is this gonna work here? Yes. So, start off here. We've got Reed and Sue. Something's going on. We got Ben jumping up and down with a big wham sound effect. We've got Johnny getting tossed, it looks like. And Ben yelling, "They can't do that to me. What'll I tell my public? I've been upstaged by a pack of howling mutts." And it looks like he's jumping up and down. The TV is shaking. It's going squawk, squawk. And Johnny says, "Face it, pal, those pooches are more photogenic than you." And, of course, Sue tries to be responsible and saying, "Ben, stop. You'll smash all the furniture." And, okay, so his jumping makes the TV fly up, which he tries to catch. Ben says, "Relax, doll. I'll catch the blamed thing for you. I wouldn't want Johnny to miss his Mickey Mouse Club tonight." That's funny. Okay, next panel is just them all kind of standing around in uniform. Johnny's on fire. Sue says, "Benjamin Grimm, you should be ashamed of yourself." Reed adds, "You big clown, if we didn't love you so much." Johnny says, "And you're the one who sent away for a Mouseketeer pin when no one was looking." These Mickey Mouse Club jokes are great. And Ben responds with, okay, you're trying to give me an inferiority complex." Dash ahead to a few minutes later. Looks like Reed is putting on a spacesuit of some kind, saying, "See you later, Ben. Sue and I have a date." "Yeah, Reed promised to take me swimming." "Why the junior spaceman get up? They got swimming pools on the moon?" Yeah, so they're... Sue's in like a 60s swimsuit, because it's a 60s comic, holding a space helmet, and Reed is getting suited up here. And then they're going to... It looks like they got a bit of a track planned out there. Sue says, "No, silly, we're going to Waikiki Beach in Hawaii. We should be there in half an hour." And Reed adds from off panel, "That's right, I've been wanting to give our experimental ICBM a workout for weeks, and this seems like a good time to do it." We got a little helpful note saying ICBM is Intercontinental Ballistics Missile. So they got one of those they've been wanting to test out, which I guess they're using as like more of a rocket to, like, you know, go from one spot to the next. "We'll be back in a couple days, Ben. Keep your eyes on Johnny while we're gone." "Look, great." And Ben responds to that with, "Look, great white father, if you think if you think I got nothing better to do than wet nurse that blazing brat, you're nuts." And the missile takes off. We've got narration. "And so, with the thing's tender farewell ringing in their ears, Reed and Sue take off for sunny Hawaii." And people in the building nearby say, "Look, it's the Fantastic Four's great new passenger ICBM. What a sight." Huh. Hang on, I can't read it off the screen here. They ride around in spaceships, and yet you haven't... Oh god, this actually has some legit good jokes in it. They ride around in spaceships, yet and you still haven't paid off our secondhand Chevy. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That comes from, funnily enough, Fantastic Four number 18, featuring the all-powerful Super Skrull. He has the powers of the Fantastic Four, plus still more. How can they ever defeat the all-powerful Super Skrull? I guess that's his first appearance, too. Why do heroes need an ICBM? Apparently, it's more of a rocket ship. They call it a missile, but it's a passenger ICBM, so I feel like that's, like, just bad wording. It's really more of a rocket ship than a missile, considering it doesn't seem to explode, and they actually get inside of it. Tempia, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. I hope you're having a good weekend thus far. Let's see here. Let me go up here, and boop. There we go. And then, oh, actually, before I go back, let me turn the filter off on this again. There we go. Very welcome, Jakester. Thank you for redeeming a random page. Yeah, I put it back to the pulling a book off the shelf because I think people like that version more than trying to do it digitally. Also, it's, you know, I managed to get it work well with the camera and stuff. Let's see. Yeah. So we're at the point now. I think I'm probably going to mostly, for spending my points, I think it's going to be mostly upgrading the characters. Like recovery time is definitely going to be a focus. Out of like their powers, I think Johnny's Fireball is kind of the one power that I want to focus on. But other than that, it's going to be they're different, like passive stats. I think those are going to be important to upgrade more so than a lot of the powers, because I might not necessarily be using the powers a lot of the time. But we'll see. We'll see how many points I end up getting to spend on stuff. Okay, good to go. Oh God.
I can't stop it. He saved them. Why would he do that?
Flame on!
Alright, we got another, like, Star Fox level? Yep. Alright, let's do it. Oh, God. These are not good. Right, don't let them get away. Oh, okay. So he's going right. That's the only way to go, sure. Ooh, ow. Train. I'll lose energy if I get caught in the surfer's trail. Am I supposed to be, like, hitting him with anything? What's the play here? I'm not sure. So I only have so much boosting I can do. Man, those trains are coming out fast. Is the point to try and shoot him, or do I just need to follow him? I think I probably just need to follow him. Oh yeah, I fully expected this to be a level Zilla. I would be shocked if this wasn't a level. I'm still disappointed about the whole Galactus being a cloud in this. I feel like this is looping around. Maybe I do need to shoot him. Oh, I got stuck on the side of something there. Okay, don't let him get away. I'm going. Though hitting him is going to be a problem. I don't know. I think I just need to follow him. Yeah, okay. I just needed to follow him for long enough. Yeah, Galactus being a cloud in the movie was really dumb, for sure. Because, I mean, it's like I was saying earlier. It's, you know, that they take something that's like awesome and silly and comic booky, and then they like pull back on it because they're afraid it'll be too silly. Like, he's got one of the best designs in like comic books, period. The Galacta Cloud. Why they did new Galactus Nanobot Swarm thing from the Ultimate. Yeah, like that's the other thing. Like, they could have done, yeah, the Ultimate Universe version. That would have at least been something. But yeah, I mean, you gotta go Big Purple Man. You gotta go Big Purple Man. You gotta go to the big man in the armor. And, I mean, the idea of like why Galactus looks like a big dude in armor, like there's even a cool thing that's like a cool reason behind that that's not silly, is that every person who sees Galactus, the reason like Galactus looks human-esque to us is because everyone who sees Galactus, in order for their brain to process what they're looking at, they visualize him as their own species. So, like, an alien race, like, if a Skrull looks at Galactus, then to them, he doesn't look like a human in the purple armor. He looks like a Skrull in the purple armor. And that's just kind of a cool, almost like an eldritch horror vibe to it, where, like, in order for your brain to even process what you're looking at, then you need to visualize it, like, as something familiar. I'm planning to do a Silver Surfer solo movie and didn't want to commit to a design or voice for Galactus. I mean, that's fair, but then that movie never happened. Connor, how's it going? Ugh, man, I gotta... Ugh. Yeah, even in Lego Marvel Superheroes, which is a silly game, they made Galactus menacing. Yeah, I mean, Galactus is awesome. Galactus is so cool. He's got one of the best designs. I mean, hang on. I gotta bring it in. Like, let me bring in the image here. Let me find a Galactus. We're looking for Galactus. Certainly I've got a good one here. Yeah, here we go. Got the full turnaround model here. Like, come on. Come on. This is so cool. How do you not use this? How do you not use this? How do you not use this amazing Kirbiness? It's so awesome. God dang it. Someday. Perhaps someday. Alright, be gone. They did, I do remember, like, when they showed, like, inside the cloud, like, there was, like, a reference to, like, the shape of his helmet. Like, you could kind of see, like, the outline of him, like, inside the cloud, so they implied that maybe he was in there. Or at the very least, they referenced it, but whatever. Like Zilla said, they were probably saving it for, like, a spin-off movie that never happened. Okay, what do I got here? What am I doing? I want to get regen time. I don't have enough points for anything right now. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Checkpoint reached. Fair enough. Oh, here we go. Okay, what are we doing here? I need to smash that with a thing.
We should destroy them.
Alright, out of my way. Oh god. Hang on, let's go. Huh. There we go. Okay. Moving ahead. Yeah, I don't know if there's any reason to, like, try and take out all the enemies or anything like that. Just moving ahead. Excuse me. I'm, like, out of energy here. It sucks. Okay. Hang on. Come on. Right, I've got to wait for my energy to regen so I can, like, smash stuff open. There we go. Ow. Slim Jim, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. This is the version where Johnny can flame on and off. In this version, as long as you're holding down the trigger to use special buttons, special moves, he's flamed on. That's how it works in this one, at least so far. Okay, got another one over here. Reminds me of Ultimate Alliance gameplay. Yeah, it's not, it's definitely a different kind of gameplay, but the way, like, the character switching and the, special attacks work, it feels very Ultimate Alliance. Like, it definitely feels like they were going that way. Like, they were definitely influenced by, like, the X-Men Legends games and stuff like that. Huh. Okay. Where am I going next? Is there, the UI layouts? Yeah, definitely. Because like I said, a lot of the gameplay, the character switching and the special attacks definitely work very similarly. And even the control layout works very similarly.
Where
Right.
to?
Let's get him.
Alright, can I fireball this thing? Well, that didn't... Oh my god! He got wiped out.
I'm ready.
Okay, that might have worked. Huh. Okay, how? Okay. Huh. Did I miss? Oh god. What? Oh Jesus! Is this a car fight? Do I just need to throw cars at this thing? What am I doing here? What is the point of this? Come here. Excuse me. Huh! I feel like that didn't work. That should have worked, but I don't know if it did. Oh god.
Let's get him.
It's going that way. It's getting away. What are we doing here, man? Oh, the fireball is working, though. Okay, that does do damage. Get up. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Okay. Get up. Oh, God. Oh, this is not good. Hang on. Oh, God. Oh, what? You could shoot the thing that I want to shoot. That would be great. Oh, I can't go any further that way, I guess. Okay, it's going this way. Alright, if I hit it with enough fireballs, then it should go down, I think. Okay, Johnny's taking a time out here.
I'm ready.
Oh god. Yeah. Oh, nope. Oh crap, oh crap. Okay, Johnny's back. Johnny's back up. Watched the Harry Potter movie and forgot how long it was. Oh yeah, I haven't watched the Harry Potter movies in a long time. I think I watched each of them once for the most part. Yeah, I was never like a huge Harry Potter guy or anything like that. But, you know, now that there are like certain controversies surrounding the author being a big old turf, I don't know if I necessarily, you know, want to get deeper into that franchise. Ugh. Okay, let's see what we got here. So, I want more cosmic regen on Johnny, for sure. Let me do that. And I got another 200 points. Let's do... Is Fireball upgraded all the way? Yes. I'm going to do recovery time on Sue. Because if I feel like things really go sideways... If things go sideways, then I want Sue to be alive so that she can, like, use her force field and I can wait for people to regen. Ugh. Okay. Okay. I guess I'm pretty sure for these sections all I need to do is keep up. Like, I don't think I actually need to do anything. Like, these Human Torch sections all seem to be just a matter of, like, surviving until the end. So let's just do that. Let's just make that happen. Okay, okay. Oh, ow. Yeah, for sure, Jacob. That is, like, a fair point as well. Like, there's something to be said about not wanting to give her further royalties. As you know, whether or not you want to separate the art from the... Oh, God damn it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my buses. Buses! Well. Load last checkpoint, I guess. Whether or not you want to separate art from artist is one thing, but, you know, it's a separate discussion when the artist still receives royalties and could potentially put that money towards causes that you don't agree with. Like, that's a whole... That's a whole other layer on top of it. Alright, so let me just survive. And just not fly down into buses. As Johnny seems to want to just keep dropping down for some reason. Yeah, I'm going. This is as fast as I can go, game. I have, like, used... It requires energy to boost, and I'm, like, constantly using all of my energy to boost ahead. Like, this is literally as fast as I can go. Okay. Oh, was that a bug? Did we get a bug in the chat? See also the FNAF series? Yeah, that's another one.
This guy is really starting to get on my nerves.
I got you, Johnny.
You're on fire.
You're invisible.
This is really not a good look for me.
This could complicate the honeymoon.
Squished a bug, thank you, Jacob.
Good way.
Sue touched Johnny again.
Oh.
It's some type of power transference.
Hey, big guy. How about a hug?
Don't even think about it.
Okay, time to burn this guy. Flame on!
Johnny, wait!
Dr. Richards, this is General Hager. We've discovered the last known location of Krakoff.
You found him?
I said we discovered his last known location.
And that would be where, General?
Up.
Excuse me, sir? Did you say up?
At complete? Yep. Okay, how many points do I have now? 70? Okay, you don't really get many points for those Human Torch levels, probably because they're... Oh, Super Ape! Yes! Yes!
Atmosphere readings look good. We won't need suits, but keep your gravity boots on.
You know, you always take us to the nicest places, Reed. Like the last time we went into space. You remember that one, don't you?
Krakoff was studying cosmic energy in this station when he disappeared.
And you think this has something to do with whatever happened back in New York, huh?
Of that, Ben, I have no doubt. We encountered a conduit, and he channels pure cosmic energy.
He's come to Earth for a reason, Reed.
And we need to know what that reason is. With Kragoff's research, we should be able to uncover the answer.
Yeah, the Red Ghost! Red Ghost and Super Apes! I'm so excited. Okay.
I'm ready.
These characters don't look that bad even for a 360 game. Yeah, the character, like, graphically this game is alright, especially considering this is like an early Xbox 360 game. Like, this looks a lot better than Spider-Man 3, for example. Let's see, where are we going? What am I doing? I like how he's got the Soviet Union flag over here. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Periscope punch on the power boxes. Got it. Time Nugget! How's it going? Thank you for joining us. Hope you're having a good weekend thus far.
Let's go.
Huh. Okay. Security disabled. Aha. Now there's a green.
Johnny, we could use some light.
I hear apes. I like how they're clearly still going like full Soviet communist with the Red Ghost. Because yes. There we go. Okay. Ben, you doing okay over it? There he comes. Okay. You're officially recommending the new Kirby game. Is it good? Is it fun? Kirby games have always been pretty chill. Oh my god. It's a super ape and he's packing heat. Okay. Apparently, oh god. Apparently these super apes are just going full Planet of the Apes. Everybody go over here. Oh, dang it. Well. I guess we're just doing it. Dang it. Okay, hang on. Throw the fireballs at the things. How about we do that? Okay. Okay. It's really fun, but you've never played a Kirby game before? Yeah, they do have a demo for it. I'm gonna have to download the demo. It's cold and rainy, so good for chilling. Ah, very good. Could everyone get in the elevator, please? Thank you. Okay. Fire to power up the generators. Okay. Nope, not that. Oh. Oh my god, come on. Okay, regen my energy. God, it feels like your energy goes down so quick in this game. There we go. Okie dokie. Call elevator. Alright, in we go, in we go. Yeah, it was really nice outside here today, but, which normally would be good because Sundays are the days that I like to go, to the grocery store, but that wasn't really feasible today with my back being a big pile of ass. For God's sake, guys. Get in. Ben, you're gonna... Alright, we gotta... Give him a second. He gets like this sometimes. Ben? Ben? Pull it together. There, come on. Get in. Get in. There we go. I guess they do kind of have these elevator sections to kind of force you to, like, have everybody be alive when you go through. Ape! Oh, he has more monkeys in this game than he normally does. Typically it's 3 super apes, like... But I guess he's got, like, a whole frickin' legion of monkeys in this one.
I'm losing heat.
I'm using the word monkey colloquially. I know they're not actually monkeys. There we go. You know, it's time to, like, smash some monkeys. Oh god, that exploded. That stuff exploded. Alright, what are we doing here? Do I just need to, like, kill all the monkeys, or is there somewhere to go? Let's see. I think we might need to, like, clear out the room. We're going full Planet of the Apes mode. There we go. Do all primates look the same to you? That's apist. We are apes. Oh, there's the biggins. There's Optimus Primal. Okay. We got some big boys. Big monkey. Whoop. Ah, gosh. Oh, that's why you keep throwing poo everywhere. Ew. Gorilla Grodd! Oh wait, wrong universe. I don't remember what the Super Apes' names are. I'm gonna have to pull that up now. Hang on, let me kill this thing first, and then I'm gonna see if I can look up what the names of the Super Apes are. Because I think there was 3 of them in the comics. Alright, hang on. Let me look this up. Official handbooks. I should have it in here. Red Ghosts Super Apes. Here we go. It's Igor, Miklo, and Piotr. Let's see. What powers did they have? Doesn't say. Trio of primates who accompanied Russian cosmonaut Ivan Kragoff into space on a mission. Kragoff gained the ability to become intangible as a red ghost. His allies' powers are as follows. Miklo, the gorilla, possesses superhuman strength. He was initially able to lift only 1 ton. Over the years, Miklo's strength has increased and can now lift up to 85 tons. Piotr, the orangutan, can project magnetic force, enabling him to attract or repel objects containing iron or steel. The force of Piotr's magnetism is roughly equal to that of Miklo's superhuman strength. Igor, the baboon, can transform his shape to mimic any object or animals he can imagine. It's unclear whether or not he can alter his mass. And I guess that's it. It says former members, Alpha, Beta, and Dimitri, but I'm not sure what the deal is with those. Yeah, cool. Nanners is going. Nanners wants a smash point. Well, while we're paused, let me get that going real quick. Oh, I think there was a couple of other ones in here as well. Treat time we did. Offering to the old ones is good. The random page we did. Silver Bullet wanted a smash point, so let me do that. And boop. And then Jakester wanted a smash point. Let's do that. And Nanners is going to get one as well. There we go. Beautiful. Done like dinner. I'm just going to have this up there like that. Beautiful. Oh! Okay. Oh, foot's going numb. Sitting on it, but we're good. Okay. All right, sweet. Let's continue, shall we? Okay, where are we going? This way? I think this way. Or is this backwards? Let's go this way and see where we wind up. Oh, right. Those explode. I forgot.
What do you need?
I forgot about that.
Where to?
Okay. This game has one of those weird is one of those weird things where
Let's get
hang on. It's one of those situations where it doesn't have regenerating health, but you do come back to life after a minute after you die with full health. So you're almost better to like, at certain points it seems like it would be almost be better like if you were able to die, because then you could just wait a second and regen with full health. Hey Duffman, how's it going? Yeah, we're playing Rise of the Silver Surfer for Xbox 360. So far it's not bad. Not like, you know, anything crazy, but I don't have complaints about it so far, I'll put it that way. Okay. We finished X-Men Legends 2? We did! That one was fantastic. X-Men Legends 2 is really good. There we go. Got it. Oh, we got ranged monkeys. So it looks like in this game they've basically taken the concept of the super apes, and instead of them being like his 3 henchmen, he's got like, you know, an army of them. So I'm betting that we're gonna have like the different types. Almost done with Web of Shadows for your superhero game? No, I've never played that one. I own it. We're gonna do it on the channel at some point, but I have not played that one yet. That's one that I've never touched. So that'll be fun when we get around to it. What are we doing? Where am I going? Oh, those are gonna explode. I forgot. I keep wanting to like smash barrels and stuff. Let's see here. There's something that I need to hit somewhere, I'm sure. Oh, can I get in here yet? No. This is not active yet. How do I turn that on? Ah, here we go. Oopsie doopsie. My bad.
I'm ready.
Anyway, Duffman says I should do a stretch, so maybe I should do that. Alright, hang on. Because it's been a while. I've been sitting down for a minute. And, you know, my back has been wonky today, as I've been saying. It's doing a little bit better, but I have been sitting down for a minute, so if you haven't moved in a while, everyone be sure to stand up, stretch your arms and legs, and oh my goodness. Oh! 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 Oh!
Let's not stand around, people.
Oh, okay. I'm going to test something out. I'm going to see how well my back is feeling, because I'm going to, like, try and... So far, like, bending backwards hasn't been that bad, but, like, it hurts a lot. So far, it's been, like, hurting today to, like, try and bend forward and do something. So, I'm going to... Hell, you know, I'll even try bending forward and petting the cat. Look at the boy. Here's the boy. The boy's going to come over. So I'm going to stand up, and then I'm going to see if I can bend over and pet the cat. Oh... Who's a good boy? Look at the boy. Hang on. There's the boy. We're gonna give the boy some pets. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good boy right there. Oh. Oh. Let's do those treat times now, actually. Both Nanners and Velith have deemed it treat time. Razzle!
Should have brought a book.
Move that out of the way. Treat for the boy. Nom 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 nom. Oh, he do a heckin' chomping. Nom. I'll put one aside for Razzle. Hang on, does this have a hair attached to it or something? There you go. Then another one for Razzle. Razzle.
We've got to keep moving.
Razzle. Razzle. Up here. There you go. Here, do you want my Cheeto dust? There you go.
This is fun.
Clean my fingies. Very good. What sweet babies they are. I love them. Hey, who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Hang on. Ugh. Ooh. Oh. Still a little stiff. I'm gonna put this pillow over here. Alright, good. Pretty baby block by boy. I mentioned this yesterday, but for those who are unaware, Razzle absolutely loves hair ties. She's a big fan to these things. You want one, Razzle? Oh, that's it for the treats. I think they're both staring at me because I've still got the thing open.
Somebody do something, please.
There we go. Yours likes to dip hair ties in the water bowl for some reason. She doesn't do that. Pogo likes to play with them when he's done. He drops them in the water dish. That's adorable. That's adorable. Ugh. I tell you something funny that Zant does, is that when Zant's eating, he'll like lie down next to his food bowl. And he doesn't eat directly out of the food bowl. He'll reach into it with his paw, he'll pull a piece of food like out of the bowl so it lands on the floor, and then he'll eat it off of the floor. It's weird, like he pulls stuff out of the bowl and then he eats it. Also, Sammy, the Gooding woman, says that it's treat time as well, so we're getting at least one more in here. There you go. Yep. There you go, Razzle. Good baby.
Can I have something to do? Please?
Alright, Johnny Storm is complaining in the background, so we'll have to get back to the game here now. Hang on, let me get another sip of water. What good babies. We love them. We love these babies. Okay. And boop. There we go. Back to it. Let's see here then. Okay, what are we doing? Now we can... Oh, wait.
Let's get him.
I need it to power this up with Johnny so I can go... Boom. Got it. Okay. Then we can hit this. Good. And everybody in. Okay. I wonder how long this game is. Checkpoint reached, okay. Oh, what's going on in here? What's all this about?
Those shields, are they protecting something?
Looks like those are the orangutans, probably. Oh, I expected this to go across, but this goes straight down. Okay. Alright, let's go fireballs. Oh god. Oh, there's monkeys. Oh, there's big apes. There's the gorillas. I do like having the ranged attack with Johnny. The fireballs are pretty good. Actually, let me try out the grenades that Reed had. Those were really good in the last game. No. In the last game he had... Hang on, this is a little loud in my ears. There we go. In the last game, Reed had, like, the spider grenades, which would, like... You'd throw them out, and then they would, like, crawl over to the opponents. I remember that I used those a lot. I think this time, Johnny's fireballs might be like the go-to offensive weapon. Definitely for ranged attacks. I definitely want to get Johnny's fireballs upgraded as much as possible. Because I feel like for boss encounters especially, they're going to be like basically required. Okay, so he's out of energy. Let's switch over to the thing. Go. Go. Yeah, this is definitely the kind of game where playing it single player, I'm going to be like switching between like different characters a lot. I wonder how this would play like multiplayer, because I'm pretty sure this does go up to 4 players, where you can have 4 people playing as like the different characters. Which is also funny because, you know, some of the levels are like sections where you just play as Johnny. So I guess everyone else just gets to sit on their hands during the Human Torch levels. Hang it. Alright, hang on. Let's burn these monkeys. Let's spank these monkeys. I'm gonna spank my monkey and you're gonna watch me spank my monkey. Anyone else remember Joe Cartoon from like 20 years ago or whenever that was? Where are we going? This way? I got another collectible. I'll take that. I wonder if that gives me more points to spend on stuff. What's going on over here? Oh, there's another one. Nice. I'm finding stuff. I don't know if that has any tangible gameplay benefits or if it's just for its own sake. Hello? Okay, what do we gotta do something somewhere. What's the next thing? Where's the next objective around here? Not that. What is actually a thing we can do? There's the door here, but how do I activate this? Is there anything down here? I don't know if that door actually opens or not. There was a secret in front of it, so I'm like tempted to say no. Okay. I like how we're just like in space though. We're like in a space station. Maybe we gotta go back up? Or what? Reed is just going around blowing stuff up with grenades, okay. Do we need to go back up or no? Apparently not. Well, they're not cooperating there, so I'm gonna say no, probably. Huh. Sounds like Kid, oh my god. Huh. What am I missing here? What elevates what? Oh, I could have sworn I stood in front of this truck. Alright, whatever. Maybe I couldn't do it because they weren't all on the platform. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, okay. So apparently those shields are no good. Or they'll like bounce back my fireballs. Can I like, there we go. Will that break the shields? Looks like it, yeah, okay, good. We can take down the shield generators. Yeah, in terms of powering up, like, the individual superpowers, it's definitely the fireballs that I want to, like, put the most focus on. Because I think my overall strat so far that I'm putting together is that the fireballs are going to be, like, my biggest offensive move. And then, defensively, I want to make sure that, you know, if it comes to it, if everybody else is down, that Sue can survive so that she can use her, hang on. So that she can use her force field to stick around long enough for everyone else to revive. So I'm probably going to want to increase, like, Sue's defenses and, and stuff like that. Because if Sue is the last one alive, she can definitely just pop up her her force field and survive long enough for someone to revive. That should not be an issue. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of apes. This guy's got a whole barrel of monkeys. Oh gosh. Because, like, other offensive attacks, like Sue's telekinesis, can be, like, really good in the right circumstances. But I feel like the fireballs are just, like, a pretty overall, like, they're almost, like, during some of these boss fights, they're going to be basically required. Like, I feel like I'm definitely going to want to have the fireballs upgraded as much as possible just to take out some bosses and stuff. So, that's going to be, like, the initial goal of my min-maxing here. Increasing, like, the strength of fireballs and Johnny's, like, restoring his energy and stuff. Hell, during, like, a tough boss fight or something like that, my strategy can basically be to use Johnny to throw fireballs, and then, if he dies, switch to Sue, throw up a force field until he comes back. That's assuming it's a fight where, like, the others are not going to be, like, as useful. Okay, oh god. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I do remember in the first game, we definitely focused on Reed's spider grenades, because those were really good in that one. In this one, it's just got the regular grenades. It doesn't look like they spiderize, unless maybe if you upgrade them enough, but I'm not really willing to try and find out when I don't know. Good. Okay. Low on energy. Alrighty. Boom. Okay. Open up. Oh, in we go. Upgrade, yes please. Let's see what we got here. So let's look at Johnny. Oh, we've got some more. Yeah, we're able to, like, upgrade stuff more. Why do I feel like this game is going to be very short? Okay, so fireball. Damage. Boom. Yes. Cosmic cost? Yes. We're gonna do regen, yes. Let's see. Sue. Defense, yes. Defense, yes. Good. And that's all I can do for now. Yeah, that'll do. That's good for now. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, it's a solo Mr. Fantastic stage. I'm a sneaky boy. Why do I feel like we could potentially beat this in one day if we just went for it? For some reason, I'm getting the vibe that this game is not going to be like a hyper long one. Oh gosh. Oi, Zant. Get down. Get down. Beat the game? Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be like a long one or not. We'll see how I feel about it. We'll see where we're at in another like hour or so. Okay. Mr. Fantastic's got some moves. I'll handle it. I'll hand it to him. Did I trip the alarms by accident? I don't know if I did or not. Can't even really tell. Huh? Well, what am I supposed to do here then? Unless... Huh. There must be a thing somewhere, like a power source or something. Oh, it's over there. How do I hit that from here? Unless I can grenade it, maybe. Nope. I'm so confused. From here, maybe? I don't think this is right. What the flip? How do I... What do I... What? Okay. Uh-huh. Can I... No, you can't jump over it. What? Okay. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let me go back. No, this doesn't seem to help me. That just leads back there. Oh. Maybe that did it? Was that the one I was missing? No, apparently not. Gosh dang it. Alright, 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 alright. What's going on? Okay. Huh. There's got to be something I'm missing somewhere. Whatever, just run through. I don't care anymore. Now, this is the start. Already triggered all of these by this point. Is there like maybe a button on the thing itself? Ow. I'm so confused right now. Like, I'm just being funneled towards a dead end and I don't know what to do. Okay. Oh. Oh my god, I did it. I really did need to just hit that damn thing on the wall. This is a silly game. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, we've got apes. Why am I doing the solo all of a sudden? Oh gosh, I'm gonna die. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Is it bad like Spider-Man 3? Nah, it's not that level of bad. This is actually not half bad. Alright, load last checkpoint. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I understand. I know. Let me go boop. And then boop. Good. Oh, hello, fellas. At least it doesn't make you do Harry versus Sandman. Oh my god. Spider-Man 3 was so entertainingly horrid. Like, every mission in that game was like a fresh hell. I'm gonna miss it. It's more dull and bland. Yeah, but not as much as like Ghost Rider was. It's more interesting than Ghost Rider. I'll give it that. Like, this is a game that you might actually want to play, because it's not as terrible as Spider-Man, and it's not as bland and dull as Ghost Rider. Can we play the PS2 version of it sometime? I would need to get a copy, but it's not impossible. Okay, oh god. At least you got to see me rage for a change. Yes, because that never happens. I'm a fairly calm individual. Or more to the point, like, a lot of the times if I get some... Most of the time if I get mad at a game, like if I get mad at a Mega Man game, for example, then, you know, I can usually let that rage go pretty quickly. Like, I'll get mad at, like, a specific section, but then when it's done, it's like, okay, then move on. That hit it? Yeah, okay, good. Developed Stockholm Syndrome. I mean, it was... God, the game was so fascinatingly, bafflingly bad. There we go. Okay, kill the gorilla. Get the gorilla done. Oh, this is bad. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, God. Not a fan of suddenly having, like, solo sections out of goddamn nowhere. This kind of throws my entire strategy out the window. Also, I love how you have, like, you know, solo... I mentioned this with the Johnny sections, but we've got, like, difficult solo sections like this out of nowhere in a game that's otherwise supposed to be a multiplayer game. Oh, God. This is how they make this... Okay, this is where this gets frustrating. Ugh. Okay, oh God. I need to get to the apes with as much health as possible. Alright. This is where it becomes clear that this is not going to be a, oh God damn it. This is where we realize this isn't going to be a one-off, is because suddenly it starts getting difficult, because of course it would. We had it too good for too long. That's the way it goes. I was kind of having a good time with it. We were developing a strategy. Things were coming together. Of course, this game would throw a monkey wrench into the whole proceeding. Of course, that's what would happen. Yes! Those damn dirty NFTs. Get your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty NFT. The only NFTs we want around here are nice friggin' titties. Okay. Uh-huh. And throw that. Great. I can't believe this is... I can't believe this is the solution to this. If you could, like, aim... It took me so long to, like, try doing this, because it makes no sense that this is the legitimate solution, because you cannot aim. Oh my God. Like, I'm throwing and just... I've got to... I can't... Like, there's... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's some way to, like, fine-tune the aiming on the grenades, but I have not figured it out. Oh, come on. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, there we go. Close enough. At least you don't need to hit it dead on. You can just get it close enough. Oh, come on. Okay. Good enough. Okay, okay. Now I just need to not mess up this fight. What? Oh, I don't have any energy left, I see. Alright, we're messing up the fight. Hang on, hang on, hang on. We're getting rid of those shields. Shields are done. Okay. Okay, okay, hang on. It's kind of nonsense that you go through this game, like, leveling up your characters, expecting you to have, like, them as a team, and then, like, you get to this point, and it's like, well, this section will be a lot easier if I had, like, focused all of my points on Mr. Fantastic. Versus, like, someone who, for the sake of argument, like, imagine getting to this section and having, like, not put any points into Mr. Fantastic whatsoever, because you just figured, okay, well, I'll just use the other characters. And then you get to this section, and then that's not an option. Like, my God. What do you even do at that point? It makes me wonder if there's a way to, like, farm for points at all. Okay. Like, I don't know if you can replay earlier levels or not. Not that I necessarily want to do that, but I feel like any game that has, like, a level up mechanic or something like that should have a way to farm it somehow, just to have it as, like, an option. Like, if you're having a tough time with a level. Like, I remember that was a problem with, the X-Men official movie game we played, that took place between X-Men 2 and 3, was that once we were actually able to, like, start leveling up the characters, we were having a decent time, but there was no way to really do that level on early on. You were, like, limited to how much you could upgrade stuff. I'm going to go, let's see. Fireball doesn't have the range on it, but that's kind of fine. I'm gonna do recovery time on Invisible Woman. Just because I want to make sure she spends as little time as possible being down. And then got 220 points left. What can I do? I could do recovery time on Johnny. I can do defense on Johnny. Or I could do... Nah, that's fine. I don't need to do that. I'm going to do defense on Johnny. I'm going to do that. There we go.
Yes, this is it. All of Kragoff's data on cosmic energy. Wait, there's something else.
What is it?
Take a look.
Son of a...
He's got morphological data on each of us. Histories, personal information.
How personal?
Very.
Oh, my. I didn't know you could do that.
Do what?
Don't look. Need little help, please?
Hey, the system just booted me out.
Ugh, good.
Why are you here? And why are you hacking my data?
Ivan Kragoff?
That name is but a memory, a shadow of the Cold War era. Those who know me now whisper my name in fear. Red Ghost.
Red Ghost? Dude, you gotta get a better name than that.
Perhaps we should ask King for his opinion.
Red Ghost works for me.
Whatever your name, Dr. Kragoff or Red Ghost. Right now, we need your help.
You know about what's happening on Earth, don't you?
Earth? Its fate is already sealed. The Devourer of Worlds will soon arrive. Enough cosmic energy has been released for him to feed. From here, you will have a front row seat to this world's destruction.
I'm gonna take a rain check on that one.
The invitation is non-negotiable. Prove you are worthy of it, or you shall die.
Well. Alright, I think we're probably gonna have a Red Ghost boss fight relatively soon. Oh gosh. Alright, hang on. Okay, okay. Isn't there also a white ghost? There's a character that's just called the Ghost, who's traditionally an Iron Man villain, at least originally. Who has, like, intangibility powers like that. A version of them was in the second Ant-Man movie. From Ant-Man and the Wasp? Yes, that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, in the comics originally an Iron Man villain. Movie version is pretty different, but also, you know, the comic version And there's a bit of backstory revealed about him, but that was like later on in like the Thunderbolts era, like the original incarnation from like the old comics. Didn't really have much backstory or anything like that. That was all added later. The 4-hour walk through this fight was at the 90-minute mark. If you want to have an idea of how far in you are. Okay, cool. That's very useful. Yeah. So this will probably be like a twofer thing. We'll go for another like I don't know half hour or so tonight, and then we'll probably finish this game off next week. I think next week is going to be the ending of this. This will be a nice little two-parter, which is not bad. That feels about right for this game. I feel like 2 streams is just enough for this kind of game, for it to like not wear out its welcome, you know? Where are we going? Yeah, a lot shorter than expected. Yeah, I mean, well, we just played X-Men Legends, and that one was pretty girthy. That had some length to it. What am I doing? Where am I going? Hang on. Do I just need to have, like, everyone behind me? Well, they're all there. Alright. It looks like this is not active. Is there something I need to do to activate that? Probably. I can't get up there. Oh, I can go this way. There's, like, another path I didn't even realize. Maybe that'll help. There we go. Alright, everyone chill.
Get your heads down.
Let's go.
And I'm gonna go ahead and go... Whoop. Nice. Okay. I think you guys can come ahead now. Security was disabled. I think we're good. Okay. Oop. I might want to level up things, rush attack, because that's good for, like, multiple enemies. Oops, he's down. Okay, dang it.
Let's get him.
Yeah, Johnny's, like, fireball attack is, Bloody Ooh, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. Johnny's fireball attack is definitely really good, especially for, like, single opponents. Ben's rushdown move is good when we've got, like, a crowd of enemies all together. So it would be good to... It'd be good to level that up, but I'm not going to focus it as much as, like, Johnny's thing. I feel like the fireball is still, like, the #1 priority, but the rushdown is, like, a good second thing to have, like, upgraded. Yeah, like, that's definitely very useful. Okay. Boom. Boom. Okay.
Time to finish.
Good. Okay. And then I can go... Oops, dang it, that didn't work. Oh, I can't go up there, but I should be able to go over this at least. There we go. Oh, hang on. Turn that off. Good. Oh, okay, that all exploded. There we go. Can't do that. What else we got going on around here? Okay, let me see. Did I say hi to Bloody Uwu? I think I did, but just in case I didn't, Bloody Uwu, thank you for joining us. Hope you're having a good weekend thus far. see. Okay. Ape! Looks like that ape didn't escape. Okay, how do I get more upsy? Ah, there's something. Okay. Reed.
What do you need?
Where are you? Over here. Been a tiring day. Ah, no worries. Feel free to chill out and relax for a bit. Oh, that just deactivates the turrets. I already blew them up. How do I get up there?
Let's get him.
I can't fly on... Johnny, just go up like another foot, for God's sake. Oh my god. Okay. What do I need to do to get up there? To, like, call the elevator. Okay. Okay. I can't go back, so whatever it is in this room. Do I just need to kill that monkey? Did that do it? Did I just need to spank the monkey? Maybe. Hello? Yes, there we go. Got it. The monkey has been spanked. What's going on over here? No bonkies.
I'm activating the transponder. Okay. Refining image. There's a huge cosmic surge coming from here.
Looks like it's centered on the Himalayas.
Then it's gotta be that surfer dude, right?
Kragoff, I have important information about the
Doom?
the less than fantastic four. Hello, Susan.
Victor?
I thought we put you on ice.
Oh, you did. But there is an alien radiating cosmic energy that did wonders for me. Brought me back around. Indirectly, of course. I've been following this alien's movements ever since. Interested, Reed?
Don't read. Don't trust him. He's working with Kragoff.
What are you up to, Victor?
At first, I believed I could utilize the power of the alien for my own, Susan. I admit, my intentions were less than noble.
Well, that sounds like you.
However, now that I realize that the destruction of the world is imminent, well, I've had a change of heart.
You can't change what you don't got.
If there is no world, then what is there for me to rule?
That makes sense, in a weird kind of way. What have you discovered about the alien?
He is a herald, a scout for something more powerful and terrible than himself.
And that would be the world chomper that old man Ghosty mentioned. Hey, I've been following along.
I hate to admit it, but we may need Doom's help.
It's a conundrum.
You weren't getting us a dictionary for a wedding present now, were you, Johnny?
I see you tracked the alien to the Himalayas. I'm getting your data now.
How? We didn't send you anything yet.
Reed, the long-range sensors are offline.
What are you up to, Doom?
Moi?
This place is coming apart.
Then we haven't got much time.
They didn't even try to give him a Latvian accent. Okay, alright. There we go. Good. Yes. Can't rule the world if there's no world. Taps forehead. He's not wrong. For all his faults, Doom doesn't want the world to be destroyed. That's kind of like his whole shtick. Is that he wants to take over the world because he thinks it's going to be like, you know, the best thing. He wants to take over the world because he wants to save it. Oh gosh. Come on, monkey. Alright, let's fireball this thing.
Time to finish this.
Oh, hang on. Automod, why you gotta be this way? Oops. Alright, sick. Oh, I think everyone chill? I think this is one that Susan can go through when she's invisible? Whatever. Okay, we're good. Whew.
I'm ready.
Let's see. Uh-huh. I guess Johnny can go over those?
Let's get him.
Yeah, there we go. Oh gosh. Nice. The game writers seem to remember that Doom and Sue were boning in the first movie, so that's one thing you'll praise for it. Oh god. That was a thing, wasn't it? Oh gosh, get up, get up. Oh boy, things are exploding. Woo, get up. Okay. Oh, I need to hit that. Okay, got it. That's for Reed. And he'll go kaboom. Whoop. Kaboom. I wonder what this game would be like with 4 players though. Because you would with the puzzles and stuff, you would kind of need to you'd need to have certain players accomplish certain tasks and stuff. So I guess it could be interesting. It's just weird how they've got like the 4-player mode, but then, you know, the sections where you play as a specific character. Oh god. Does it have multiplayer? Yeah, this goes up to 4-player. You can have 4 players simultaneous. Did 4 people even buy this? That's the question of the hour. Oh god, he's down. Oh boy, everyone's down. This is not good. No, 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 no. Why is everyone dead at the same time? No, 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 no. Okay. Take it, bend over. No, 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 Batman. Alright, everything was fine. Everything worked out. Everything is okay. Don't even stress about it. Why would you even worry? Oh, boy. Am I even hitting them? What? Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Guys, elevator, 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 elevator. Get in it. Get in the elevator. Okay. Oh god. Oh, it's a monkey. Hey, checkpoint. Hope you're having a good day, Naughty Pumpkin. Thank you for joining us as well. Alrighty, off we go. Oh, explosions.
I'm flickering out.
Oh god. Hang on. Okay, okay, we're good, we're good. What if I'd like, if someone dies and I use my force field until they come back? There we go. Just to make sure that I don't like run out of dudes at any point. That's like one way to go about it, I guess. Huh, although her shield just ran out before he came back, so there is that. He's still not back. There he is. Okay. Forgot how detailed Samus and the Metroids were for a Game Boy game. Oh yeah, Metroid 2 looked great. I actually enjoyed that game. I think Metroid 2 was still pretty solid. Like, it's obviously dated, but I do think it holds up better than a lot of Game Boy games. Oh, dang. Okay.
What do you need to finish this?
Another one that's, like, really good that holds up really well is Mario Land 2. Mario Land 2 is specifically. If you didn't like 2, you wouldn't like 1. Now, 1 is like, yeah, 1 is very dated for sure. You know, I enjoyed it well enough, but, you know, I went into it, you know, having played it before and knowing how dated it is, you know? Like, out of any of the classic Metroids, like, Super is kind of like the one to play. And of course, like, 1 and 2 both have remakes anyway, but yeah. Data the mapless factor compared to 3 and beyond. Yeah, Super Metroid definitely, like I've said it before and I'll say it again, Super Metroid delivered on the promise of Metroid 1. With the Super Nintendo finally, the tech finally caught up to, like, the kind of vision that they had, I think. Like, they were finally able to make the kind of game that they were going for with that. And as a result, it really holds up. Like, Super Metroid is incredible. Okay. Hang on. I need to take out these. Okay. Oh. Good. Button. Laser grid. Okay. That's 1. Okay, that's both. That's good. We can go over there. Yeah, it's also Planet Zebus. Yep. Goes to the same planet. Yeah, definitely feels like a do-over in that regard, but without remaking the story. Like, they do, like, a legit reason to go back to the same planet. Oh, look, there's, like, a picture of Doctor Doom up there. Look at that. What are we doing here? That's another thing I like about the Metroid franchise in general. From, like, Metroid 1 to Samus Returns, or Return of Samus, whatever, Metroid 2, to Super Metroid, to Metroid Fusion, to Metroid Dread, there actually is, like, a continuing storyline, like, unfolding through all of those games, which you don't often have that with the Nintendo franchises. Like, Star Fox is a good example of one that just keeps rebooting over and over again and telling, like, the same story in the same era, just, like, different versions of it. Like, in terms of story, Star Fox 64 and Star Fox Zero are all, like, basically remakes of, like, the same era. They're all retelling the same story. Wish Star Fox would stop rebooting, I know, right? Yeah, if you actually look at, like, the Star Fox storyline, like the one we did get, because we did get one for a while, because it was Star Fox 64, then Adventures, then Assault, and then Command. That forms, like, a cohesive story. I guess one thing is that Star Fox Command had, like, a ton of different endings, which is also cool, like, that one being the last one in, like, the timeline. It's got, like, a ton of different endings. The one I like most of all is one of the endings in Star Fox Command has, Fox and Crystal have, like, a son named Marcus, and then, he starts his own Star Fox team with, I think, if I remember right, it's, like, Peppy's granddaughter, and then Slippy's daughter, and then, Falco is, like, the senior member, where, like, in the original Star Fox team, Peppy was the senior member, on like Marcus's team, it's Falco. And I always thought it would be cool that if they did like a Star Fox game that continued from that ending and had a new team, so you would have Marcus, like his team, and then like Falco being the old pro. That's what I would want. Let's see. So I can go... Boop. Power that up. That did something. Uh-huh. That opens that up. Beautiful. I think we gotta go back down. Reed, come on. Oh my god, hang on. This. There we go. Sometimes the pathfinding on the AI is a little wonky.
Let's get 'em.
Okay. Is there any point to like smashing these? Hey, look, I got an extra for some reason.
Time to finish this.
Surprised the Star Fox didn't have the weird route and go to the Sonic Forces thing where you play as whatever animal you want. The AI is more A than I. Yeah, for sure. Oh god. Okay. Oh, we've got chimps. Okay, hang on. Okay. Hang on. Yeah, honestly, like out of all the Nintendo franchises, the like the classic ones, the one I can imagine giving you more of like a create a character mode would be something like Zelda. Like, I can imagine there being like a game eventually where you have like more customization options over like what Link looks like, for example. Okay.
Let's get 'em.
So where are we going now? Like in Breath of the Wild? Yeah, that's been Breath of the Wild is mostly... Oh, crap. More so with, like, the clothing and stuff. I mean, more from, like, the outset. Yeah, you know, honestly, with Zelda, I would imagine it would probably be less of a character creation thing, and probably more of just, like, a gender selection, or, you know, just have... be like more like I can imagine Zelda at some point being a little more like Pokemon, where it gives you like the 4 to 8 like portraits to pick from, and being like which character do you want, you know, yours to be, kind of thing. And they all like they're all like the same style. They look pretty similar, just with, like different hair colors and skin tones and stuff like that. Huh. Hang on. There we go. That ability the thing has is pretty useful, where you, like, get super armor, basically. Okay. There we go. Okay. I still feel like there's a lot of stuff in this game that's useful. I'm like starting to like see the the different abilities and stuff that can be useful, and the different things that I want to, like, put points into. But I still feel like Fireball should be, like, the focus, because, like, the one that I try to max, because, it'll probably be, like, the most useful for bosses. Like, I feel like having Fireball maxed out is going to give me the edge in a lot of boss fights, or at least having, like, the damage and stuff maxed out for it. Breath of the Wild has a romantic subplot, not sure changing the gender of the main character would make the anti-LGBT fans happy. Does that really have a romantic subplot? I mean, kind of. I feel like the romantic subplots in Zelda games are always more so implied. Like, everybody... Every woman in Hyrule is just, you know, thinks Link is the cutest. And occasionally some of the guys. But that's just kind of a thing. That's always been somewhat implied. Link was always meant to be a cutie patootie, I think. Or at least from, like, Ocarina of Time onward. God, there's so many apes. There's no escape from the apes. Huh. There we go. Okay. We need Johnny to power this one up. And hit. Hang on. Here we go. Sick. There we go. Got it. Oops. Subdued subplot. We know for sure Link and the Zora Princess have a thing going on. Oh yeah, there was I almost forgot about that. There was the thing with Mipha. For sure, yeah. That was definitely a romance subplot, yeah. You're absolutely correct about that. I think we're done in here. Do we go back, I guess? I think we'll kind of just keep going until we get until we finish off this red ghost section, and then we can finish off the game next time. Here we go. Aha. Alextria, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. Hope you're having a good weekend thus far. We're playing Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer for the Xbox 360. And it's not half bad. This is actually pretty decent so far. Oh, here we go.
Maybe you missed the part where Red Ghost was trying to kill us?
Kid's right. Forget him. Kragoff made his bed, now he can lie in it.
Return to Earth and you will die. Stay here with me. This is where you belong.
You know we can't just leave him.
Yeah, I know.
You know, sometimes it really stinks being the good guys.
Come with us, Ivan.
I had abandoned my research and my children. Never.
He's made his choice, Sue.
We better hurry up and make ours.
Go.
We're gone.
I like the skull shape on the space station for a second there.
Sensors that would have warned Kragoff of a cosmic storm.
Not someone. Doom.
We can't trust him. What a shock!
Do we have another option?
For now, none. None whatsoever.
I'm surprised we didn't get a Red Ghost boss fight in there. Upgrade your team's abilities before continuing. Yes. I think this is the last one of these we're going to be able to do tonight, so let's see what we got here. I don't really need to do range on fire. Well, yeah, I feel like that would be good. 350? Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do range. And let's see what we got for just, like, standard stuff here. Let's give Johnny more defense. Let's do that. And recovery time, that, yeah. I don't need to do attack damage because that's just his standard melee attacks, and I'm not really using melee attacks with him. Also, Jakester, I'm seeing your choices in chat, and those are solid ones. Those are solid choices. I gotta say, I am a fan of Urbosa. Urbosa is awesome. But I mean, you know, my love of the Gerudo goes back to, like, Naboru from Ocarina of Time. And then, Mifa is adorable. Let's see. Let's give you more defense. And I've got her defense and recovery time up higher. That's what I want. That's good. You're good there. And then the thing... I'm going to do more defense, yeah. I definitely want people to be beefy, because if everyone dies, obviously, that's not great. I feel like offensively, I'm going to be doing well. Like, getting Johnny's, like, fireballs powered up is going to, like, do gangbusters for my offensive capabilities. And then besides that, I can use, like, other characters' other abilities and, like, you know, regular attacks and stuff like that. But beyond, like, really hyping up the fireballs, I think I'm going to need to, like, make sure everyone else is defensively very solid. But more power in the balls. Yeah, I've got the balls are maxed right now. The balls are as high as they can go. And I'm going to try and, like, I'm going to keep going down that route. Alright, Cold War Relic. Terex. Alright, I guess we'll see this cutscene.
Did you hear that?
The power wielder is loose. He has imprisoned many of my brother monks.
This way.
Gets us out of the cold.
That's something, I guess.
Alrighty, new extras have been unlocked. Alright, and can I assume this has been auto-saving this entire time. Surely we've auto-saved here. There's a load checkpoint. There's no, like, manual save button. We're in the hard drive. Automatically saved to select a device once you complete the current act. I mean, we just completed an act, so yeah, we're good. It literally just said it'll automatically be saved when you complete an act, which we just did. So yeah, this is where we're going to end off for the night. Yeah, from monkeys to monks. Oh my goodness. Let's see who is online and see who we're going to go say hi to. Well, I thank everyone for hanging out, because this was awesome. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I always appreciate it. Next week, we're going to finish this off next Sunday. Well, next Saturday, we're going to finish off Mega Man 10. So yeah, this week we start at 2 games. Next week, we're going to finish both of them off, which should be good. That'll be a good time. As always, if you want to know what I'm going to be streaming and when I'm going to be streaming it, you can join me on the Discord. You can follow me on Twitter. Those are the places where I put the stream schedule. I also put the stream schedule in the events tab on the Discord server, which is probably the easiest place to find it because it should display it there in your local time zone. What is going on here? Okay. We'll finish this next week. Bold words. I mean, we should. That's the theory right now. Alexia, thank you for hanging out. You guys are awesome. Like I said, be sure to check out Alextria if you haven't already. She's the artist for our new icon on Twitch here. Yeah, so who are we going to raid? Let me see who is online and who's doing what. let's see here. Well, it looks like Paladin Verdant and Katharina Game are playing Elden Ring. They're doing a blind playthrough together. They are both streaming, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you guys over to Paladin Verdant, and if you like what's going on over there, I also encourage you to check out Katharina Game as well, because they are both playing. They're both streaming at the same time. I think the last time we raided one of them when they were doing that, we raided Kath. I could be wrong. I don't know. We'll raid Pal this time either way. And I'm gonna put my raid command into the chat here. !raid. So when we get in there, you can copy and paste Nightbot's message, and if you do so, it'll look like mine if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, you can unlock those emotes with channel points. And speaking of channel points, if you are saving those for any reason, be sure to stick around for the raid, because it will give you an extra boost in channel points. And be sure to yell Merry Raid when we get in there, because doing so makes my raid look big, and that's good, and I like it, and it makes me look super cool. And who doesn't want to look super cool? I mean, if you could say 2 words to make me look cool, why would you not do it? Alextria, thank you for making that offering to the old ones, keeping us safe, hopefully for another week, until we're able to get back next week. And yeah, that'll keep us surviving. It'll preserve the borders of the world and stop eldritch abominations from beyond the stars from consuming our entire planet. You offer beans? Yes. Yes, Yellow Mary Raid. Use whatever emotes you would like to use. Let's get this going now. Do I have anything else? I've got the new video up on the channel right now, all about the origin and history of Rintra, who is Doctor Strange's extra-dimensional Minotaur-like apprentice that he had for a little while. The reason I did that character is because if you pay attention to the trailer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, he's actually in it. You can see him in that movie, in that trailer. So there you go. Check out that video about Rintra, and then have another look at that trailer. See if you can spot him. If you know what you're looking for, it's pretty obvious. He's not like hidden or anything, but he's in there. He's an obscure character, but he's in it. Yeah, so be sure to check that out. If you enjoy it, you can like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff that I'm supposed to tell you to do. And of course, if you like what I do and you want to support me to make sure that I can keep doing it, the best way to do so is always to support me on Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, you can vote in monthly polls to add topics to the schedule. And it'll get your name in the special thanks at the end of every video as well, which is kind of cool. I'm going to try to get, for the next video, I'm going to try and do the winner of the previous patron poll, which was Night Thrasher, who was one of the new warriors. So that's what I'm going to try and get done for this week's video. So I'm going to start digging into the research on that tomorrow, and hopefully everything goes well and I can get that one up on Friday and we can get everything on schedule. That is the plan anyway. But yeah, I believe that's all I've got for you this week. So with that being said, we're going to get this raid going here now. And I'm going to say thank you guys once again so much for joining me. And until next time, true believers, Excelsior!